which we have never seen really before. I believe the Janus has a move to make.
I do have a move to make. This time I have 2 mundane instead of 3, so I know I'm gonna fail. It's a full hit.
Whoa!
Hit.
Yeah, way to fail.
Son, you've got a way to fall. Metal Gear reference, Lamau. So let's see. I think I get some advantage.
Where did you put your mask move?
I forget. I never really added it to my bio.
Yeah, make me go do my PD.
I'm pasting it right now. Don't worry about it. Active moves.
When time passes, roll plus your mandate to see how you're managing your obligation. Very well. On a hit, things are going well. You have an opportunity or advantage that, thanks to one of your obligations, on a 7 to 9, doesn't matter because you didn't get the opportunity or advantage thanks to one of your obligations. So
last session, I had schoolwork chess club and best friend, but now, because I am outward as a hero, I have quit the chess club, and popularity is taking my 3rd slot. So do what you will.
Okay, well, I think what is a good opportunity thanks to an obligation? I think that this is it, right? You've revealed yourself. You have the opportunity. You've received a secret message was at your house from stamped with the sign of Bulwark to meet him. Like, I don't know, like the top of the clock tower at midnight.
Sweet.
And you can address the rest of your compatriots if you want to. And
does the note say like alone or not?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
It just mentions your exploits and that maybe come to some sort of alliance.
Yeah, in that case, I think we find Peggy Milton in the vermin costume at the top of the clock tower with all her fellow player character companions hanging out, waiting for Bulwark to show up. And I'm just like, guys, I'm telling you, I got this letter, and he said he's coming. This is the big break. I think he really thinks we're cool.
Yeah, you're there, Aeon. You got Echoes there with you. I don't know what is. Yeah, and we also have Shimmer, Bridget Bell. So what's the attitude like with everybody like about this? I don't know, right? Peggy's on board with this like whole Bulwark alliance situation. What does everybody else think?
Well, Echo is. I hate keep having to come back to this, but it always kind of ends up where Echo is of 2 minds about so many things. Like in this particular instance, Echo is of 2 minds about Bulwark, because Bulwark made me give up the mirror. But I know that he's supposed to be like the hero of heroes. So like I'm still weighing like what's going on.
Right. He is he has a reputation that spans generations, right?
Yeah.
That's the key. But when we're all going to be thrown for a loop, if we realize it's not the same individual. Yeah, but I guess you guys are all about, right? That's kind of a means to become more legitimate, right? And be able to operate more freely, I guess, maybe is part of it. But yeah, I mean, you guys are there long enough.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you guys are, but he crashes, he comes leaping from, like, out of sight. You could see his trajectory, and he crashes into the roof, and it's hard, but it's, like, way lighter than a gigantic suit of armor and a gigantic shield should land with. So there's something there.
Oh,
But yeah,
cool.
you guys are rocked to attention by the loud sound of his landing.
Very cool.
He just is looking at all you guys, scanning back and forth. He's like, "Welcome,
Christ, man,
heroes."
we have a fucking door! Was that really necessary, Bulwark?
Also,
Yeah.
double never mind. I actually did
I
not.
don't fit through the door.
Double never mind. I forgot that I actually did shift the label up at the beginning of the game. I just counted wrong. But also,
Your sum should be 3 unless you get a plus from improvement.
yes, so I'm at 4 now because I took the level up at some point. But anyway, yeah, I'm just like, Bulwark, you summoned us here. Are we gonna become part of your super society?
There has not been a society for heroes in many years, and he like produces for you a pretty ornate looking piece of paper, and it is the Charter for the Lodge of Heroes, which is the famous institution that was formed at the end of the Romantic era
Cool.
that started the Stone Age, and it is like got heroes that you recognize, just names that pop to your face, to your mind, and span up until about midway through the Dark Age. It's kind of like the Declaration of Independence, and there's just like a long blank part at the bottom for signatures.
Sweet.
It is. I've gone to great lengths to retrieve the charter, and I think that it is time that we reform it. The Lodge of Heroes, that is.
Oh, guys, we're gonna be Hero Lodge members. This is it. This is our big break.
It's your big break.
You can have 2 big breaks. Don't worry, Shimmer.
Do you not want to sign the paper?
I can
Shimmer.
sign it. It's just
Afraid of branching out? Being a double threat? I'm sorry, triple threat?
Triple threat, yeah.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah, a Shimmer will sign, but
Oh,
it's not. I don't feel like Shimmer's really earned signing. But she's not gonna
Well,
say
at
that. 'Cause
least-
of course she's earned it.
oh, that's interesting. Maybe. Yeah, I think he's like holding it out in a way so that you can like sign on his massive 4-arm vambrace thing for a flat surface. And he encourages you guys all to say the oath before signing, which I haven't come up with like a line of things, but it includes like protecting the sanctity of
I
life
have a
and
good one.
all of these straight up heroic values.
Yeah.
And he's definitely asking you to commit to that as well, right? Like no rogue vigilantism, no torturing, interrogative processes like that. Be heroes, which I don't think is a problem for most of you, but
We can be heroes just for one day.
write that Peggy Milton one day only.
Expires tomorrow. No. Yeah, I recite it loud and clear. I'm looking over to my compatriots and seeing if they're doing the same.
Shimmer will
Everybody,
totally
um,
sign.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go along with this bright smile on my face that still looks kind of creepy. And I say it in this perfect schoolgirl voice, like reciting whatever they used to say in school back in those days. So I say it.
Right. Cool. Aeon?
I look at this and look at him and he's like, we've only had one victory out of like countless minor defeats, and one of it's been undone. Why would you want us to restart this with the record so low?
It's not about winning, Harlan. It's about trying until you cannot try anymore. To do the right thing.
You know, I look up to this dude in metal and stuff like that. He's like, I appreciate that. He's like, and I'll adhere to those things, but and I tap at the thing. There are names that are greater than mine on that thing, and
He points at one of them, Metatron. It's like, the Summa Virtute has been a member before. The only reason the city still stands is because of that power and the decision they made.
Oh.
I am hoping that you have it in you to make the same kinds of decisions.
he's like, he looks at the faceplate and stuff, and he's like, I understand that. He's like, until I consider myself worthy, I will adhere to what you just said. I respectfully decline, bowing and stuff. He's like, to not sign up before I'm ready.
It's unfortunate. And then, do you sign as well after that, Shimmer?
Yep. She doesn't have a big speech about it. She just does it with a smile.
Yeah, when that concludes, he just looks at you and he says, well, unfortunately then, the members of the Lodge of Heroes must conduct a meeting in private, Harlan.
Yeah, I look around and he's like, I don't know, someone text me the general gist of this afterward.
What is text?
Oh, good point. Someone send a raven of the general gist of this. And he's like,
Echo's
You see,
gonna wave and wink.
I'll write words in
Harlan.
light really high in the sky and you can read them.
Yeah.
these are
That's true. You can
plans.
that symbol.
These are plans for the nature of the city. I don't think you want them public.
I'll come visit you tomorrow. We can go to the comic shop. Might be fun.
You'll know where to find me. And I respectfully bow to fucking Bulwark, and I head out.
Something that will be fairly soon relevant, I will say, that is part of the oath. You are tasked with protecting the identities of those who do not wish to be known publicly. Because when Harlan is gone and out of sight, out of like a shadowy area up the clock tower, comes our good buddy Gene Poindexter.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm like, Gene, what are you doing here? This is a super secret meeting for the lodge.
Yeah, I know. I arranged it.
What? I knew you were a Bulwark sidekick.
Yeah, no. And the like chest piece of Bulwark like opens up like French doors, and it's just like there's crystals and stuff, gears, like it's empty.
Yeah, my eyebrows are firmly up. And I take my hood off and I like lower my mask and I'm like, wait, Gene, is this what I think it is?
Yeah, I made the Bulwark.
Oh my god.
And I definitely think that in this moment, even though he is the same age as all of you, like the impressive of what Gene has done and is doing is definitely causes him to take influence over the lot of you.
Sway.
And yeah, he's like goes up and he says, well, I guess that just needs one more signature. And even though like earlier you guys were, yeah, of course Bulwark is already signed, but Gene hadn't, and he signs in a big scrawling hand of Gene Poindexter. And he's like, well, I guess we should,
Is this like a real name sign or a superhero name sign?
no, he signs his real name. I don't know what every one of you signed. You could have used your hero name or real name. It's up to you, right?
Shimmer
Like,
wrote Shimmer. She doesn't really.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
whole
right.
being Bridget isn't a public persona.
right.
Mine is a
Even though they
handprint.
do kind of know, right? They know
It's
the
not as-
actress that plays Shimmer. Do they
Yeah.
not realize the actress playing Shimmer is? I think they have to, right? That's how your audience is there.
I guess. I don't know. I kind of had it in mind that, like, the public persona was always Shimmer and not an actress.
No,
But-
okay. But they still. So then the public doesn't realize that you are the granddaughter of the person that wrote the stories, then?
Right.
Okay.
So when you're in movies, do they just credit you as Shimmer and not Bridget Bell?
Yeah. Shimmer, played by Shimmer.
Sure.
It's like Mac and Always Sunny.
Yeah, directed by Mac.
Pro wrestlers
Like-
do it where they even off the stage or off the clock, they still keep that persona, and they call it
Sure. For a
Keith
very
Harvey.
for a very long time, The Rock was always The Rock.
Yeah.
Even in other movies, he was The Rock. But
Yeah.
now that's bad for his.
That's Dwayne.
Obviously, he can't be The Rock.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He's like,
They
"That's-
got-
Get the fuck out of here!
World, so.
That's not true. That's
No, hey,
Sam Jackson.
Really?
Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here! Samuel
was-
Jackson?
He's the
I
highest grossing actor of all time.
thought that was Jacqueline Nicholson. All right.
Maybe he surpassed him.
Let's not worry about it.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Anyway,
On to the story.
So yeah, he begins to
I didn't mean all time, I meant how much they get paid per movie right now.
Oh.
right.
oh maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think that he just starts to go over with you everything that he's been doing and what's going on. He's talking about I think that the biggest reveal of the meeting is that there is somewhere hidden away somewhere in the city is the leader of the Shadow Men, who goes by the name Lady Dusk, and she has plans by how he's not entirely sure, because they've been doing different weird things like political assassinations, like trying to steal Eldritch artifacts, like kidnapping Jean and trying to like fuck with you guys in Bulwark, right? He's not entirely sure what it all means, but he knows that the Shadow Men work for Lady Dusk.
That's terrible that all this is connected.
How long have you been
It's-
fighting her, Jean?
Since I guess it must have been a little more than a year since Bulwark has made his reappearance. So that's how long he's been working to protect it, House or Brightstone. Anyway,
And yeah, so I'm looking at the armor and it's like, and you've done this all on your own.
well, I mean, parents do have money and we, go to that school. That school, man, you guys, it's way more than chess there.
I'm assuming you have to use the metal fab tools, huh? You thinking
Yeah.
no one's around, or
Well, I mean, people, kids that have the AP classes like you and me, they don't really question when we need stuff. They
yeah,
just
no,
are there to help us do whatever our parents pay, It's high class babysitting. A lot of excellent toys, but most of our peers would rather just And he just like rolls his eyes and makes a bottle drinking motion.
Yeah.
Hey, let's not this, that.
Gene, he's a very serious young man. Very driven. He doesn't care for all the like partying and the drama. He just is like, there's all this equipment that nobody really cares about at the school because people are just, everybody that goes there is rich and is just like doing the bare minimum because they don't think they'll ever have to work hard someday.
Yeah. I say like, so Gene, put all this together. You have your Lego map and all that. Do you have any?
And when you say that, he blushes kind of for the paper.
Yeah, I say, do you have any leads on where we'd be able to go next?
Well, I guess either we somehow interrogate Dead Knight when we try and hunt down the Black Archer.
And we wouldn't know where the Black Archer would be until he strikes next.
Well, you know an archer, don't you? You haven't talked to him recently. Could it just be? I didn't want to say it, but could it be Grey Jay?
I hadn't thought about it. I mean, he left around the same time that Dead Knight did, but he wouldn't do something so bad, would he?
Like the bulwark armor pulls it's open like a flexing, like the thing that Reinhardt does.
Yeah.
He's like, stop that. It's not. You'll mess up the calibration on the emotional crystals.
Yeah. I come out and sorry. It's very nice, Gene. It's a bit big for a fit though.
Well, I gotta be able to get in it if I need to.
Oh, I see. How do you drive it?
Anyway. Yeah, I can be inside of it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I scratch my neck and I'm just like, going forward, we do need to be very serious about how we handle this situation. If they have a team working together and they have the resources and they have the time to plan, we need to be on top of that too. Maybe we should go different ways tomorrow. Maybe me and Aeon know Grey J best. Maybe we go talk to him while you guys go to Dead Knight and try to figure out if you can go get anything out of him.
Well, talking to Dead Knight isn't gonna be just walk on into the prison. He's in warden custody at the penitentiary. He points up at the giant glowing island in the sky.
We have a ghost and we have a good distraction. I'm not over at Shimmer.
I don't mean to brag, but I am the best distraction.
He like scrunches his face up, like a little determined face and nods. It's like, okay, if you guys think that you can get some info from that, just you guys got to be very careful. Don't let General Trench be aware of your presence, or he will come down hard on us all.
It's like the saying said, right? We gotta defend the innocent. And if that means breaking the law right in the warden's faces to do that, we have to.
Oh, I agree we have to, Peggy, but you can't help anybody but from behind our bars, so you just don't get captured.
Yeah. I kind of give a nervous laugh and I nod and I'm just like, you're right. Alright, we should all get some sleep.
What's Gene's surname?
Gene Poindexter.
Yeah. So like the Echo just right in front of him, and it's like, Gene Poindexter. How would Dead Knight be able to help us?
Well, he's an idiot. There's no way he knew how to orchestrate getting on to the Prince Alabaster like that to take out. I forget what we named that guy, but
Yeah.
Norman something.
Norman Cumberland.
Yes.
I think it
That
was.
sounds about right.
That was literally it. Yeah, it was Norman
Yeah.
Cumberland.
I was gonna say Chamberlain, but I was like, wait, no.
So
Norman.
yeah, so Echo is like,
Yeah, to assassinate Mr. Cumberland, he could never have planned something like that. He has to have been taking orders from somebody.
so he was working for the bad people. Do you know exactly where he is inside of that place?
And I know I can't get access to that kind of information. Yeah, he's just like, well, I mean, it would be really difficult, but there is an ex-member of the Lodge of Heroes that might believe that I'm Bulwark.
That would be
He
amazing.
looks really nervous about that, but he's like, but there's somebody that could get you in there if they thought that I was who they all think I am.
Echo is completely not picking up on his nervousness, and Echo is like, that would be amazing. You can find out where he is.
He looks at you side-eyed, Peggy, like hoping to you'll like. He was trying to. I don't know. He offered the suggestion, but he hoped it would never come to that. He's like, I've really never. I mean, except for that time
this would be
with
so much
with
more impressive
Master
than
Nolan,
your
but they
little
never really
city.
knew each other that well.
I say like, it's your call, Gene. You're the smartest man I know, but we're all putting our necks out. Maybe if it is the best way for us to do this, you got to get your neck in the guillotine as well. I might be provoking him if you think.
Sure. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he's not ready to go talk to Flash Freeze. But you guys all want him to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you're right. If I'm gonna be having all these big ideas, I better be ready to put it on the line. All right, I'll go talk to her tomorrow after school.
Sweet. All right. I smile and I'm like, all right, let's all get some sleep. You can't. Yeah, I high five you. I'm assuming you make it go through your hand because that's funny.
Yeah. It's like anytime I get over emotional, it's like I lose that focus that makes me corporeal. So like in a fight ending, sometimes I'm half corporeal, half not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we go back to our homes and try to catch some snooze.
Excellent.
For tomorrow will be full of terror.
Yeah, I think that when you get home, Peggy, it's all dark and stuff, and you take off your costume, and you brush your teeth, you get ready for bed, and then you hear the door open, close, like somebody come home late. Maybe it was your dad. You didn't know if he was or not. You first got home, you assumed he was asleep, but somebody is coming to your house as you're like, getting under the covers.
Okay. Yeah. I crack open the door. I take a look out in the hallway.
Yeah, like there's a light down on coming up the stairs, and that like persists for a few minutes, gets turned off, and footsteps start coming up the stairs, and you see your dad. And instead of turning left to go to your parents' room like you expect, he turns right, and he starts coming towards your door.
So he doesn't notice it's cracked.
No, it's dark. You have better night vision than him.
Yeah, I wait till he gets close enough to realize that it is cracked, and then I open it a little bit more, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, why you getting home so late?"
It's like, oh, just late meetings, pumpkin. And he's got like a little bit of color in his face. He might be a little drunk.
Oh, yeah, I squint at him.
He's not like swaying or anything, but like he looks like he might have been drinking a little bit.
Yeah, I squint at him and I walk over.
He's got a picture, like a photograph in his hand, but it's not in a picture frame or anything. But
Yeah,
you can't quite see it.
I'm like, what you got there, Dad?
It's like, Can we talk for a minute, sweetie?
Yeah, I open my door. I like turn the light on in my bedroom and sit down in the bed.
Yeah, he comes in there and he sits down on, like, you've got like desk, you do your schoolwork on, and he sits down in that desk chair. And like you're sitting on the edge of your bed, and he's like holds that picture out for you to look at, and it's like, you know, super old, right? This is for whatever photographs would have been like pretty new at the time of this tape been taken. And it's and on a meta level, this is dramatic coincidence, but it's a photograph of the founding members of the Log of Heroes.
Wow.
And right in the middle, you see this, like, her hair color you can't tell, but it's kind of light, and it might have been the same color as your hair. Right in the middle is this woman. Her got a mask on, but she's got this hair just flowing up, and she looks tall, she looks muscular, not like too outlandish, but just really fit. She's got these huge tigers on either side of her, and he just like taps that. He's like, "That's your grandma. I know that you never knew her, but yeah, she was a hero just like you." And he's like not quite looking at you or the picture, and he asks if you've ever heard of I'm sure you all the kids have heard of the incident, and he doesn't even say the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. And he's talking about when they closed the fucking Dagon Rift or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm just like, yeah, I know about it, of course.
I was only about 7. And she was a true hero, that's what she said. She needed to save everybody in the city, and that included me. And leapt up into that orb that the Metatron had created to take them to the other side, and I never saw her again. And he like grabs your chin like they do real gently and lifts it up so you're looking right in his eyes. It's like, I don't ever have to see you disappear like that, Peggy.
Yeah, I'm just like, you won't dead.
It's definitely like trying to, yeah, I don't know, tell you who you are, maybe.
Sure. What's he trying to shift?
I think he wants the freak down and the mundane up.
I think I say dead. I'm not the same exactly. I do want to save people and I want to save the city, but I wouldn't sacrifice my life for it yet, maybe. I'm still young, and
Yet, maybe.
yeah, I'm still young. I got everything to figure out, and with you guiding me, with my friends keeping me safe, I don't need to worry about what happened to Grandma. Neither do you. And I'm rejecting it, but I also think I might be comforting and supporting him.
Okay, yeah, definitely try to do the rejecto, so you get to, and maybe this is how you act to prove him wrong, is try and comfort and support. Maybe then it's, failure is bad at that point, but
I think I will shift my own labels. I'm gonna put my superior down and my freak up. Yeah. Because I'm not better than other people, but I am this hero. And so, I'm just like, I give him a big hug, and I'm just like, it's okay, Dad. You don't need to have these feelings just bottled up and feel like you can't talk about them with me. It's a real thing you're going through, right? And I know it's dangerous, but it's okay. I'm going to be okay. And I'm comforting and supporting him.
I mean, also, like, bear in mind you work with the Summa Virtute. The Metatron was the Summa Virtute. Like,
Yeah.
it's like exactly what was, not exactly, but in his mind it is.
Oh, I miss on the comfort. There's no
Yeah.
comfort to be had, but I do level up.
Oh man.
You're
So your miss causes him, like, I think you just see the tears. He's not bawling or anything, but the tears are coming out of his eyes. It's like, I know that he's like, you're a good girl, Peggy. Just need to stay on the right track is all. And he's gonna, as a villain, he's gonna mark anger. We're gonna displace some anger down old Harlan Thacker way.
Oh no.
Soon. Very soon.
Jesus. Well, for my level up, I did take White Knight from the Innocent. When I give a speech on morality and heroism, I can provoke someone to savior instead of superior.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Before we move, actually, can I try to pierce his mask and see if I can figure out what he is planning?
yeah, I mean, he's crying and he's like, yeah, he says stay on the right path, and you're like, what does that mean?
What are you really planning?
Yeah, he's gonna attack he's Harlan, or specifically the school, or he's going to go where Harlan lives and attack them.
How could I gain influence over him? Would it be like if I told him I knew he was insectoid but accepted him?
Yeah, you might be you might be able to do that. Yeah.
And then, how could I get him to?
Not kill you?
How could I get him to stop being so fucking sad?
Man, I don't know. Like, I mean, he's super villain levels of, like, he's like Bruce Wayne style, dedicated his whole life to this after, right? Like,
Yeah.
how can you make him stop feeling so sad? I mean, you are, right? You do already. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, how you could get him to not feel sad is to, like, make sure that he doesn't feel you're in danger or that he's going to lose you, which is maybe not something you're capable of right now, but that's how you would do it.
Yeah. Alright, so I gotta protect Harlan, but I also don't want to beat up my fucking dad, so I just took this White Knight move. I'm gonna try to provoke him somehow with this morality thing. I'm afraid and terrified of what he's gonna think, but I gotta do it, man. And I'm just like, Dad, you're drunk. It's clear what you're gonna do in your face. I hid things from you for a long time, and you've hid things from me for a long time. I'm not gonna let you hurt Harlan.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he's got his eyes go wide, provoke him.
Sway. Miss!
No.
And he like completely ignoring the implication that you understand that he's insectoid, right? Just blows past it and is just like, that type of power should not exist in the hands of men. And he just like gets up and storms out of your room, like, and he yells that too, right? He storms down the stairs. Your mom like opens their bedroom door and it's like looking out and sees you looking out. It's like, what happened?
Dad's about to do something he's gonna regret. And I like stomp out too, and I'm gonna try to beat him to Harlan.
Sweet.
No. I did have the idea for a move. You'll have to tell me how this fits narratively though. In that like when he was saying text, remember I waved and winked at him. My intention was to use Portal to like just appear at Harlan's side in some inopportune moment to tell him like, oh, Jean is Bulwark and so and so.
You're gonna break the launch code like immediately?
You rogue!
Harlan could have like chosen to stay and do that, right? And then he would get to know, like, on some level, you should feel like he chose this.
Yeah, but no.
I mean, okay, like, you can do it. You know you're not. I'm gonna let you know. You know you're not supposed to. So
Yeah.
if you do it still, and there are consequences because you weren't supposed to.
Yeah. But this is not going to that's why I asked you first, because like if he's going to Holland, no, I didn't want this to be like I'm just happened to be there. So let's see
I
how
mean,
this
if
goes.
you go immediately from talk to Harlan about that stuff, then yeah, you will be there when this stuff goes down. That's fine.
Alright, so I'm gonna mark a doom track.
Sure.
So for my ability I choose portal to appear in a scene with anyone. So like I don't know what Talon will be doing, if he's like shaving or if he's having afternoon tea or something, and I suddenly appear there.
I mean, it's midnight, so he's probably in bed.
Yeah. Oh crap. Alright. So
He's in his dorm room, which is like a row of beds that is like a soldier's barracks or like a summer camp like room. So he is in a sleeping area with like 24 other boys.
In character, she would not have known that beforehand, and I don't think Echo would have cared.
No,
you would have known. You sneak on him when he sleeps every night.
yeah,
Oh,
but
right.
the more to the point is I don't know if Echo cares really.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's absolutely in character for her to just be
Yeah.
like, I don't care about your mortal prudishness.
I don't think that in the time that she grew up, sexuality and so on was so suppressed that it was not even a thing for a girl to sneak into a boy's room. So it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's not aware of the implications of her being there to look on him at night and that kind of thing.
So something that, as an aside, that I found very interesting is that Peggy now is this like really complicated, like people know she has this public identity, and Shimmer is just like in character all the time.
Yeah.
Like Shimmer is her own Janice in a way now. Like she has a public identity, but it is the secret one. It's interesting.
Yeah. Alright, but just so that I'm not metagaming, the intentions I had for doing this were, one, to tell him what the meeting was about, but telling him what the meeting was about was an excuse to go there so that I can apologize for letting him get hit yet again, even after I made this real deep promise that I'd never let him get hit again. That was where I was intending to go with this.
Sure, no, it's totally fine. You want to mark a doom track to portal into this scene with Harlan Thacker. Yeah, you like quietly just like phase into existence inside this dorm room.
Yeah. So is Harlan asleep yet, or is he like staring?
That's
at
up
you?
to Lawrence. So
Yeah.
like most of the people in the room are asleep. They all have these like iron beds with pads, like foot lockers at the bottom of them. I'll even say that they have like there's not lights, but there is a little stand next to each of the beds. So, but yeah, so Harlan, you can have like a candle and be reading. You can do whatever. You could be asleep.
Lawrence is muted. He might be.
Is he jerking it?
He might be working it.
There's just a soft patting sound coming from underneath the covers of Harlan Thacker.
And we think he's jacking off in the comic, but then when the panel actually goes to him, he's like shining his boots for tomorrow.
So I think what would be a really good thing for Echo to do in character is to like just push her face under the kind of tent that he's made with the sheet, and he
this is the grudge shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she pushes her face through and looks at him, look at what he's doing, and is like, "Hey Harlan, what are you doing there?"
Trying to read, you cannot read.
Oh, I haven't read in a long time. Maybe you can teach me sometime. Oh,
She like sticks her face
yeah.
through the book
Yeah.
and like is talking to you from within the pages, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah. Like she pokes the book the way Hannah used to poke her. So, well, anyway, I came to tell you about the meeting.
She's being
said,
really loud.
Yeah. Yeah, I came to tell you about the meeting. You said to come tell you, right?
Oh, dude, you're gonna reveal fucking Bulwark's identity to all these teenagers.
Well, unless Harlan shushes me or something, I don't know. Lawrence, I don't think we're hearing you. At least I didn't.
I'm hearing you.
I hear Lawrence loud and clear, yeah.
Sorry, maybe it's a Discord thing. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, maybe try rejoining the call, yeah.
Alright, so, 1 second, disconnect and reconnect.
Oh, man.
Can you hear me now, man?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Discord has been doing this for the past couple of days because I think yesterday we were, myself and some friends were getting some problems with it as well. So that may happen.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Discord just does stuff.
Yeah.
Alright.
So sorry about that.
I basically, you know, I'm talking calmly, but it's like you can tell there's tension behind all this stuff. He's like, Joan?
Yes, Harlan?
He's like, stop talking. Let me get a coat. We'll walk outside. He's like, and you can tell me whatever you want.
Oh.
And you know, he doesn't even bother putting his shirt on. He just gets one of his like a fucking coat to the side of him and just
The Dusta.
yes, Zadusta. All right.
It's a very sweet Dusta.
Would it be funny if like she tries to whisper and she says okay, but instead of whispering it turns into an echo?
Damn it.
It's no, I he was like, no, just wait till we get back. Wait till we get outside and there's not a bunch of people who are currently sleeping and don't want to be bothered by images of a beautiful yet simultaneously unnerving woman speaking. He was like speaking excitedly next to me.
Alright, so at this point she does get the idea, and okay, so she nods with the finger on her lip, and she just kind of waits, and she follows you. She makes no sound at all, but she's still doing the tiptoeing motion. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's like I get boots on. Everyone can like. I'm not like I walk normally, but it's like I'm not trying to like fucking stomp or shout or anything.
Yeah.
You know. And after a while, we make our way outside. He was like into like say a public place, and he was like, "Now, without shouting what you need to tell me. What is it?"
Oh, Jean was there.
Now, Jean was where?
At the meeting, at the lodge thing. Jean was there.
Was he building another model?
He told us he was the one that called the meeting. Like, he had this really cool model, and it turns out that you remember how he built the city?
Hmm?
He built a bulwark.
Huh.
And he told us that he goes inside of it and moves it around and things. And does things.
So you're saying to me that I've currently been being lectured upon about what it means to be a hero multiple times by a child?
He's like the same age as you.
Well,
I think Harlan is either a junior and you are both freshmen.
Oh, damn.
yeah.
Those fucking freshmen, dude. This was a sick hazing that we did to you to get paid back on the juniors.
So Echo says, well, I thought you knew. He called you Harlan.
No, I understand.
It does
that.
kind of note, like, yeah, hey, he did know me sometime. The behavior starts to like stick out, like, sometimes he acts one way and sometimes he acts another way, and yeah.
No, it's starting to make a great deal of sense in my head.
Oh, I have a question, by the way. Last session, I gained influence over Bulwark. Since Bulwark is Gene Poindexter,
Yeah,
should I just have... Yeah.
Because you do not have influence over Arden Golfus, who is the unstoppable Bulwark, who is the Bulwark that everybody thinks that Gene is.
I was thinking maybe I had influence over the automatous processes of Bulwark, but it's probably just easier and simpler to
No,
have
it's
Gene's
just Gene.
influence. Yeah.
No, it's just, he's like, should I know this?
Oh, well,
Should you have told me?
I don't know. You said to tell you, so I told you.
I told you that if there's a problem, you guys should call me to help. Are you breaking one of those vows? Or any of those, some kind of thing that you made after I left?
Oh.
Because there's magic people that could probably use, like, anyone could get to me now, and they could know that one of the greatest heroes of this place is a fucking child.
You're a child too, bitch.
No, he's maybe a year younger than me. If that.
Echo is really shaken. really shaken.
He's like,
I'm so sorry, Harlan.
I look at you. Now, I understand you have a great deal of freedom and all this stuff, but he was like being dead and whatnot. But are you serious about being a hero?
Ooh, are you trying to tell her how the world works?
Yeah, is
The way he's doing that, I'm curious what you're going for, because I can see some like, piercing.
I'm asking her because he was like,
I'm seeing some telling you who you are kind of thing.
No,
he
just he was
does
like,
have influence over me, so he can do the move if he wants to.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going. He was like, I got out of there because I thought I wasn't up to. He was like, I wasn't up to it. He was like, the main point of a team is, you don't tell people who are outside the team important shit.
Ooh, yeah, it's definitely an influence thing. So what is the shift you're looking for here?
Let me think. Let me look at the stats.
I mean, I can't. Even though
I think she needs to like. I want her. I think mundane, like honest, like adherence to like codes or like promises and stuff. That seems like a mundane thing, personally.
Sure.
I just think
You'd
she
like
ought
her to be more mundane. Okay.
It's like up that and maybe superior down.
Well, superior is about like knowing what's best. I would suggest freak because she's acting like a freak.
Yeah, fair enough. No, just up one mundane, and it's just you gotta adhere to. It's like if you make a promise, if you tell someone you're not going to tell anyone anything, you don't fucking do it. He was like, that's the point. And up one he was like, up one mundane, down one freak.
This is part of the conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I just thought it'd be funny. Like the two heroes are talking.
This is
okay.
And they're like, you need to keep your word and all, and be more considerate of people's promises, man. -1 freak, up one Monday. They're all keeping score inside of their world.
What would I have to roll to convince her? Or what to?
She chooses whether or not she wants to reject what you're saying.
Yes,
right.
it's my rule. Just 1 second. I just want to check the conditions I have against the moves for them. Afraid. Right now I have afraid, guilty, and insecure. Right. Okay. I think this is what is going to happen. She's so shaken by this. And I'm running this by you first. So she's so shaken by this that she's going to take crap, I closed it up. Why can't I remember a simple sentence? Declare insecure, take foolhardy action without talking to your team. So I think this is a really good time for her to just disappear and go somewhere really stupid to try and play.
So are you accepting it or rejecting it then?
Yeah, so are you accepting what he says and taking
Yeah,
the stat change and then are going to
Yeah,
clear
I'm-
your insecurity with this act, or are you going to first
No,
reject what he's saying?
The first thing. So I'm gonna accept it, and it's
Okay.
gonna hit me hard. So I'm gonna do something because of it.
Okay. Sweet.
So freak
And what is
down,
that thing?
my name up. I think. Well, the only thing I had prepared. Remember last session I had said like one of the things I could probably do with Portal is like when I'm in a really bad place, like really shaken up. Is like I would probably go to talk to Elandria.
Yeah,
Does that fit
sure.
here?
Absolutely. So
So what I do?
she's
Yeah.
looks like she's about to cry ghostly tears, like from what you say. She looks very stressed, and then she just like fades out and is gone from you, Harlan.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Peggy Milton, you see Echo fade away. You didn't hear what they were talking about
Yeah.
because you were in such a rush. You didn't send your rats ahead of you.
Harlan, you see me like barreling through like a side cobbled street, and I'm not running. I have 2 rats under my feet like ice skates, and they're like running as fast as they can, and I'm like totally off balance. And I'm just like, Harlan, it's something bad's about to happen, but I just want you to know it's gonna be okay, man. It's gonna be okay. And I like jump off the rats, and it's gonna be okay, all right, buddy. And I'm gonna try to comfort you because I know you're probably all kinds of fucked up. So
She just keeps telling you it's gonna be okay.
dude, my fucking people skills are off tonight.
Dude,
You've marked the potential.
I do keep marking that potential.
Vermin, you're like coming as fast as you can. It's gonna be okay, Harlan. Oh, it's gonna be okay. We'll save you. And like Harlan, you turn to see Peggy on these rat skates, and just like out of nowhere, just some ridiculous explosion impacts your body. You go flying. You both take a powerful blow. One of you for the physical trauma. One of you for seeing what you just saw. Like as like a rocket like collided with his body and exploded.
Okay, situational bonus. Should I use I am not my body? It's tough.
Don't prove my father right and spiral out of control. You can control it, Thacker. No, but you probably should use it on the real.
You take a powerful physical blow. You may roll as if you had 2.
Yeah, this is definitely physical.
If you do, on a 10 plus, you must choose to lose control of yourself in a terrible way. Alright, I'm going to roll Freak. I'm going to roll it I'm just going to bring it down to 2 just for this, okay?
Hey, look at you.
Okay.
So, boom, the glowing eye patterns, like you still take a powerful blow because you don't see what happened to his body immediately in the smoky aftermath. He could just be dead, right?
Yeah.
That's why you had to do your deal. And what did you gonna take there, Peggy?
Let me peek at the wordings of these boys. 7 and 9. I'm gonna provoke Harlan to foolhardy action, and I see like the smoke clears, and he's there, completely fine, standing like Garrosh
Is the like eye tattoos all over his body, in which you can see a lot more of because he's like got a fucking trench coat on with no shirt.
He's like, fuck this, I'm Armstrong.
They're like
know
glowing this faint purple.
Yeah, I steal myself, right? Because he just proved himself in my head that like he is this powerful thing.
One sec.
Never mind. We'll wait till he comes back. It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, also, Shimmer, where are you when you hear this massive explosion?
What time is it?
You just got home back to or wherever you were going from the meeting, but it is just after midnight, like 12:30.
She's probably just like sitting at home reading scripts or something.
Yeah,
Sorry, 5 dogs. What did I miss?
nothing. We're cutting away to see how Shimmer reacts to hearing this huge explosion.
Probably jumps up and tries to look out the window. She probably lives up
over
high
by
somewhere.
Yeah, you can see that over by, and you know that Aeon lives at the Richter boarding school, and that's like smoke's coming up from just right over there. You can see like the little arched peak of the boarding school's roof from where you are. And there's smoke coming up from an alley right next
Be
to
right
it.
back.
Okay. She needs to get
As a
there.
matter of fact,
then.
you can also see that there are like strange dark shapes floating in the air around there.
Oh, she really needs to get there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to figure out how she actually does that.
Let's take a look. So your light control does not necessarily grant you flight or anything mobility based, but you are the star.
You're rich. You could have a car.
You are
be one of the few
rich.
people.
You
As
have
one
one of them
as part
horses
of your
carriage?
advantages, you are rich, and you could have like a
A personal
carriage.
crank helicopter pack
just,
backpack.
Oh no,
can
I
ride
can
an
robot horse
airship.
carriage.
Anytime her front
Oh.
door opens, the driver is required to be standing at attention, ready to drive.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't automobiles, but there are like automaton horses that pull carriages.
Yeah.
We've seen a steam-powered carriage, but that was like an armored car kind of vehicle. So
Are there like motorcycle equivalents of single little robot horses?
I think that there are just like they're kind of like electric motorized bicycles, but they are slightly like those ridiculous bikes that have a bigger front wheel and a smaller back wheel.
Okay.
Yeah. Penny farthing.
It's not quite so comical, but they still are like they don't look like regular bikes.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you have money. That's one of your
Yeah.
advantages, so you can kind of.
Strongly regretting taking light control and not the flame control like I was planning for the last 3 days.
Oh,
Because that would be able to actually get me there.
We ain't seen
Just
your
gotta be,
powers yet. You can still backtrack.
Just gotta be creative. There you go. Robot horses.
but I mean, yeah. As your advantages, you have a lot of money. So you having a lot of money means you have personal vehicles.
I guess she does. It's just a super lame way for a superhero to get around, and I don't think it fits her that well.
Do you want to do flame control and fly around flame on? That's fine.
Kind of. Yeah, actually.
Do it. I mean, it's kind of a big deal because your playbook only gets to choose one. A lot of them get to choose 3 or 2, and one of them I think is 3. So yeah. So with your flamingness, you speed off like the Human Torch into the night.
Shimmer still works as a name for
Yeah.
flame.
Maybe
Sure.
Flicker might work better.
Yeah, that.
No,
That's a
flames,
website.
flickering.
That's a website name. I wouldn't be able to disassociate it.
Never mind then.
Is
I'm
it?
going,
Flicker without the E.
no, Shimmer works. Like, you got that, like, that little mirage effect you get with, like, high heat and stuff.
Yeah, I think Shimmer's a cooler name anyway. For
Shimmer's
sure.
a super cool name. I'm really thrilled with it, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had the 7 to 9 thing. So she's speeding towards me, and I have to provoke Harlan Thacker here into foolhardy action. So I see him standing there stalwartly with all the eyes, right? And I'm just like, Harlan. And I point up to Insectoid. I say, this control freak thinks he needs to protect me from you. Go all out and show him that I need to protect him from you. And I'm going to provoke you to go fucking all out on my dad in this moment of questionable judgment. So it's definitely not
Yeah,
heroism.
Yeah,
or
but that
morality,
kind
so
of
I'm
just
not
came
letting
out
it-
of nowhere too. She used the word control freak and protect me. It's like, is this guy your boyfriend?
So 9. If you don't do it, mark
Just-
condition, bitch.
I look at this. He's like, I have just been beaten, shot, blown up. I am just fucking sick of this shit. And he's like, and I'm not even going to use magic.
This is the insectoid dude that defeated you before and handed you over to Mirror Man.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm not even thinking about using burns and stuff. I'm so fucking pissed off right now.
I mean, that's the exact time you should burn, though, right? Like,
Yeah,
All right. Well, if
I'm
that's the
telling you,
case,
man. If you don't go as hard as you possibly can in this moment,
so all right. I have 4 conditions, so let's. I'm just gonna do a flat 2d6 plus 4.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
how it happened.
Whoa!
I got 3 things, and it's just okay. With that, I'm not just with this. I'm just reality storm. Fuck it. Like I'm. Well, I'm gonna use one of my burns to just use some basically mix all sorts of words and sacred thing, like sacred symbols into the air and sigils and shit. And
Yeah, I mean, you're getting ready to, right? You're getting ready to reality storm. He's like, oh, yes, do it, Thacker. Go ahead and rip another hole in reality. Bring the worm down on us, why don't you? And that has never crossed your mind before? That what you were doing could cause that kind of catastrophe? Really telling you how the world works, how your powers work.
what's he trying to shift?
Gonna put your freak up and your mundane down. He's wanting, he wants it.
you know, I like. No, he was like. I'm yelling. He was like, "Fuck you! That's what you want. You want me to lose control." He was like, "Just so," he was like, "so you can pick up the fucking pieces in the ashes. You want destruction. I didn't ask to do this." And I'm gonna try to reject it.
Yeah, do it.
Sweet.
What do I have to roll?
Flat 2d6 unless you are insecure, which means you probably are.
Yep. 2d6 minus 2. So
Yeah. Oh man.
2.
Oh, you're gonna get knocked out. Oh, that sucks.
Fuck it.
Not necessarily.
Miss.
Oh.
All right. I get knocked out.
Yeah, because he has to mark 2 conditions. So,
Rolls to reject influence.
Are you sure?
because he has to mark a condition, the words hit him hard, and I guarantee you his freak is already +3. So,
You're freak +3 and you can't
Yes, it
take
is.
it without a condition.
yep.
Dude.
Yeah.
Alright, so here it is, Peggy. Your dad was right in every conceivable way. Harlan, like, well, I guess not every conceivable way because he caused this, but Harlan screams. He's like, "Fuck you! I didn't want this. You wanted this!" And then his eyes just go white, roll back, go white over. Like those purple eyes just start disappearing, and just like an orb of like force appears around him, and he's like slumps back dead weight. So he's just kind of hanging there, like arms and limbs like noodles. It just starts floating up into the sky as this like hazy purple orb around him just starts like is firing bolts of energy off into buildings.
Yeah, I like stop immediately. I'm just like, Harlan?
Yeah, he's non-responsive.
He's gone.
I fucking. Jesus Christ.
Do what you gotta do.
Quick bathroom break, and then we will teleport to inside Leo Penitentiary to speak with Wicked Alundra.
I will pee as
Holy
well.
crap, guys! I had no idea this was going to go
Dude, I
down.
think you guys need to check. Like, you guys gotta go to a doctor. This is like. This
really
feels
dark.
like I think you guys got prostate problems or some shit. This seems
I've got like a liter
crazy.
of Aquafina that I've been going through as we like. I have this liter bottle I keep filling up and draining. I'm staying hydrated, my dude.
I'm
What
going
was-
through about that much coffee, so
With-
you're good.
With myself, it's something that happens. Like, I could drink like a ton of orange juice, I'll be fine. I could drink a ton of water, I'll be fine. But like anytime I drink alcohol, like I brought home a bottle of wine that's 13% alcohol, and anything alcoholic, my body grabs the alcohol and then it just dumps the other 80s.
Yeah, man.
87%.
Like if I go out and I'm people, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I could time it. It's like it takes 45 minutes for a beer to go through me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just what happens. Like, I'm gonna need to pee in 45 minutes to drink a beer. It's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is
Right.
like your body is just that efficient. Like
Lawrence,
anything
you
alcohol.
poop with much more frequency than I do. So
No, fair enough. We all got our own thing.
I'm back.
you brought it up. You were like, I don't know. You were like 2 or 3 times a day or something like that. I'm like, dude, are you serious?
That
I got
is,
bad diet. I can't
what,
help it.
what do they
Don't-
call
I
that?
don't eat.
IBS? Irritable bowel syndrome or something? Yeah.
Well, that's worse. That's like you just have like gross diarrhea all the time.
Oh, yeah, that's what
It's more that your body responds to like stuff like spice and stuff way easier, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
You're-
Just get
it's
rid
it's
of it.
more easy for you to get the shits, but yeah.
Yeah. Holy crap, dudes! I really it's like I had planned before that I was going to teleport to Harlan. I did not know that it was going to cause this. I really did not know. I'm so sorry.
That's just what happens, man. The Nova's got to keep his fucking conditions under control. I've seen too many Novas just hover at 4 the whole time. This is what can happen.
Oh, and yeah, and that's a good point because we did not do any comfort or support or team moves. So like,
I tried, man. I failed.
We started this at the exact scenario that we ended the last game. So I ended with 3 conditions. Harlan had like what, 4 or something? Yeah. So we missed the opportunity to do some comfort and support and get those conditions down.
Well, to be fair, I didn't give you any real time. I was I was being a semi-dick to you just because I suppose just I've been fucking feeling insecure, guilty, angry, and afraid for so long that's just starting to wear me down.
Yeah, but
I just started taking.
Yeah, but it's not your fault. It's like in character, that is exactly what would have happened with Echo. For Echo to do a proper comfort and support, something really miraculous would have had to happen. I would have had to roll like a 15 or something.
Oh, mark experience.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, I don't get to. I didn't roll.
Small silver linings.
When you, yeah. Sorry, what were you guys talking about?
Just
I was saying how this is just what happens when Novas hover at 4 conditions forever and never try to get rid of some.
Yeah.
Like maybe I should have like role played about like doing stupid things to help get rid of insecurity or something.
Right, like
You should. The game
had-
is about stupid things to get rid of your conditions.
No, I mean it's like
when
I thought about what if I just went to a bar and just
And fling
smack
yourself
the
into
shit-
hopeless relief, or
or
that sort of thing, or like pick a fight or do
when
something.
Echo comes to you, right, and is like, oh dude, Bulwark is Gene Poindexter hurt someone important, right? Be like, what the fuck, you man? Why are you telling me this shit, you fucking idiot? Like you know, you can.
And
just,
yes, this sucks, right? Because on a player level, we're not as on a completely comfortable ability to do that. But you should do that, right? And be like, and maybe even on a meta level, apologize first. Be like, hey, all right, don't take this personal, and then go into it.
Yeah, you need to have. You're the Nova. It's most important that you have. You should take a screenshot of the clearing conditions and just have it in a tab by itself for the whole game, because you need to make sure that your conditions are not in such a way that you just get fucked.
And
like
also
this.
character, I completely understand that all of that is going to happen because like the character I chose to play, a ghost girl, jumped forward 100 years, is like I kind of have to play her as being a kind of a social.
Yeah, she's naive, right? Yeah, she's naive. She's. It makes sense. And you're actually playing her extremely well. But like, if Harlan Thacker wants to be this conflicted man, he needs to do the conflict, or else he's gonna be bottled up inside like Cleveland, and then he's gonna try to kill Quagmire.
Yeah,
that's very weird.
Yeah, he's completely right because that conflict, a teenager cannot contain that amount of conflict. That amount of conflict is external. You wear it like a shit or something.
Yeah,
like a duster.
A duster.
I finally wore the fucking duster. Are you happy?
So you're saying that these fucking...
It's not leather. I'm not a fucking German sex maniac. All right, man.
I spent the last 5 seconds drawing on this e-cig. You Don't. You made me laugh it out.
So you're saying these bolts of crazy spherical...
Well, there's like an orb of purple energy surrounding Harlan, and like rays of energy are getting like projected out from it, kind of like think about those weird things in the Hot Topic that you touch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's those weird electro globe things.
Yeah.
Are there people who are in danger currently?
Tons.
I am going
The
to...
entirety of the Richter boarding school and the residents around the Richter boarding school.
Yeah.
Would I be able to just run in there and try to just do a big defend roll to see how many people I can get out and save in time?
I mean, do remember my weakness.
That is something too, that you
Eyes
actually could
being
use
looked at,
your
perception.
powers to overcome his abilities.
And you do have an army of eyes, technically.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah,
that's something, or perhaps that you make a wall of rats looking at him, and so like maybe the rays won't go the direction of the eyes, right? So maybe you can protect the school that way.
Yeah,
or
I'll
you just
try
start
it, man.
protecting all the buildings by placing rats all like along the walls.
Yeah, basically trying to like box him into this like little park that he was walking in and make sure that he doesn't spill out. So yeah, I'll unleash my powers and we just see like I'm just like shit, and like yeah, a bunch of rats start like pouring from fucking everywhere, and I'm like even like physically straining myself. There's like a big bulging vein in my forehead as I'm trying to control all these rats. Now let me unleash my powers. Full hit.
Bang! Yeah. So like
Shazam!
the orb continues to crackle with power, but it's like not going anywhere anymore. It's starting to get bigger, but your dad is actually starting to deploy these like little beetles, but they have like a rounded mirror on their face, and they're like starting to form like a sphere around the sphere.
Yeah. I like nod at him and I'm just like, Dad, this is really messed up, but we need to keep everybody safe right now. I'm glad you're helping.
It's like, I'm helping get this monster out of my city.
We'll talk about that later. Is that when Shimmer rounds a corner and sees all this craziness?
Yeah, so there's like a pulsating orb of purple light around a humanoid figure that you can't quite make out. The villain insectoid has an army of beetle drones that are starting to surround the sphere, while Peggy Milton, aka Vermin, is lining the walls with eyes of rats and squirrels and bats, and
Wow.
trying to suppress this person's power, whoever it is in this purple orb.
Just get Shimmer's first impressions. What the fuck did I get myself into?
Yeah, I see you, right, with one of my rats, and I'm just like, Shimmer, it's happening. Harlan's becoming a bigger star than you. You gotta calm him down.
Oh shit, that has to be a team move.
I think that you were. I mean, you want to calm him down. I guess. Are you trying to provoke her to do something specific?
I'm just.
Or you're just supporting her, like go do what you do, or yeah.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know how the fuck she's gonna do anything with this, right? Because I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to keep Harlan outside of the reach of people, right?
Sure.
I'm just like, you have any ideas?
I'm gonna assess the situation.
All right.
Seems
If
like
there was ever a situation, this is it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, 2 questions from that list.
okay. How could we best end this quickly?
If there's a lot of like energy and heat coming off of this. If you were to try and like, you're not entirely sure if you can even do this, but if you were to try to like pull off some of the heat into yourself with your powers, right? I mean, obviously fire doesn't hurt you. You create it or something out of your body. So maybe if you can induct a lot of the energy he's given off into you, even though it would be dangerous.
Be a heat sink.
Okay. Well, that's my best. That's the like most important question. What? No, that one's. Who here is most vulnerable to me? I guess. I really only needed that one question.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now though, right, like Insectoid is a villain, and he's not got his guard up. If you wanted to try and get him while he wasn't ready for you, this would be the time, right? He's vulnerable. Commanding his insects, and he's like got some kind of like arcing beam that's like going from like, it looks like a big lantern with like a handle.
Okay.
It's going on to the orb.
Before I. Oh, wait, he's actually doing something to the orb.
Yeah, he's got energy. He's like, it kind of looks like a Ghostbuster beam.
And do I have any idea? Do I know that's Harlan or not? I mean,
In the orb, you're not.
I told you.
Yeah, I think that Peggy just said so.
okay. It seems like a really great time to totally blast Insectoid, because I don't really see an obvious reason why to tell that he's trying to help if he's trying to help. That seems.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't been told what the situation is. You see the supervillain is like engaged with a Harlan that you can't really see, and Peggy's doing something with rats. She said, "Help
Right.
Harlan," right?
All right, I'll help Harlan. I'll take out the supervillain doing something to him. This seems pretty reasonable.
Directly engage.
Oh wait,
You got to remember to put your +1 from the assess as well.
Yes.
haha! I really needed that +1.
So, what is your choice?
Let's see.
If you opened me up to something, I could try to do the Harlan follow-up or whatever.
So like,
You could like take
Can I
his
do the
lantern
Harlem
from
shake?
him. The Harlan shake. I'll try to shake you awake, and it'll break your brain like a baby's.
Wow.
It's really messed up.
Can he move
I'm-
lights around Harlan away from Harlan?
can't think of a good way to create an opportunity. I might just resist blows here, because I can't.
Sure,
think
I
of a
mean,
way.
if he doesn't like, if you sucker punch him, right, you don't really fight him, you just throw some fireballs at him and be like, take that, villain.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
With his
Yeah,
with his
like the
superhero
beam.
pose.
Yeah, you resist and avoid their blows, and like Insectoid gets smacked. Peggy, so your dad, like the beam cuts off from Harlan, and you follow the line of sight back to your dad, just getting pelted with fireballs and like going down to the ground, shutting his speeder wings off.
Yeah, I. Does he look like he got like seriously injured?
I mean, his armor is holding up, but he's like got his like arm up, and right, she's beating him into submission with these fireballs.
Does it look like? Does it look like now that his attention's off Harlan, it's getting worse?
The beetles are still doing something. The drones are.
Yeah.
You're not sure, everything at play, but yeah. So he's taking a powerful blow, so he's going to mark condition as you do. He is on to that one now.
You moved us as well.
Nobody look! Nobody look!
I know Half-Life's identity. Haha, it's too late.
You're in a tech-savvy
She is Legend of Zelda for real.
What?
Oh, her name?
Zenda.
Oh, okay.
Zelda.
I had to read it very quickly.
Dude,
I didn't have to.
I
It was just in front of my.
love-
It was in front of my face, so I was like,
Oh, I
Zelda.
can't get over that like little part of that scene when he's got the gigantic hands and he tries to point dramatically. And
Oh
it goes
yeah, I
fucking
forgot what that was
flying.
from. Yeah, Dude, that might be my favorite
Show me that
episode. Of the show.
afterwards.
It's
I don't
fucking
have one.
great. It's so good.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
don't have
so-
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And he goes.
he's gonna mark his condition. He's gonna be doing a thing when we come back. But you are just like, that's Echo. You just
Oh.
find yourself in like a dimly lit, like stone, concrete kind of stone hallway.
Alright,
There's
so,
just like
so here,
there's lanterns hung up on the walls, but like only every other one is lit.
So here's the thing I had in my thought about this the first time, right? If you guys watch Naruto, when Naruto kind of lost control, I think it was the first time in Shippuden, when like the tails started appearing, but it was the snake guy and the medic there, and like everybody was really scared, but snake guy and medic were not scared. So like the thing I had in mind was like her cell. I kind of appeared in front of her with the bars between us, and I appeared in a really scary way, but she was surprised, but she wasn't scared. So like, what do you think?
Okay. I think that she's not surprised at all to you. You appear like it's all dimly lit. She's like, it's kind of like insane to you how comfortable her cell looks. There's a carpet. She has like a like dresser with a mirror in front of it, like with drawers and makeup, and like she has this nice, probably feather bed. Like this is way, and you weren't here for this, but the rest of us, Lawrence and Ryan had seen the scene of Mirror Maker's cell, and Mirror Maker looked like shit.
Right.
And he had like nothing in his cell, and it was just barred and locked, and just like it's caught with no bedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so he gets a lot of stuff going on in here. I don't know if you would have reason to know why, but you know, that's what's happening. And she's just kind of like absentmindedly like doing her makeup, and she's like, "Oh, if it isn't my ghostly daughter, come to visit."
So like, I would know that this is odd because cells in my day could not even be called rooms. So
yeah, this is like, yeah, it's nice.
Alright, so I'm afraid, guilty, and insecure. So let me see if I can play that up a little bit. But it is going to be an angry approach. And I appear in front of her, and there are tears streaming on my face, but the tears are blood. And I'm gonna scream at her like, "What did you do to me?"
I did nothing to you, my dear. We're just an unfortunate. You got caught in my net. I'm sorry. It was not you that I searched for.
Alright, so Echo is now that is very good. Like but like in her emotional instability, Echo just popped in here and said, "What did you do to me?" Because of these like sadness and insecurity she felt when Harlan said that to her. So she's carrying that from there right here to here, and it's like I left this world behind. You
in pain
here
and
and
terror,
all I
I
feel-
felt it. I was there with you. Do you think the ritual is but some silly ghost summoning? No.
Alright, so at this point she's going to kind of regain her not her human self, but the porcelain doll kind of finish that is in my picture. That's the form she's going to regain. Because it's like you intended this.
I intended to find my beloved Prince Caden and save him from the madness that gripped him so many years ago. Me and my sisters had finally arranged the proper rituals by which we could step through the river of time backwards, and, well, we may have stepped too far.
You mean you failed? You think you're a witch? You've done all that you have done, and then look, this is what you have done. And I kind of gesture to myself in my ghostly form. This is all you have done.
I have given you an opportunity to live again.
You have given me an
Who knows?
opportunity to suffer. That's what you have done. Do you think that makes you powerful?
Why are you suffering, dear heart? You have everything. You have power. Look, you can come and go anywhere as you please. I don't allow many people into the prison this far.
I don't want to be here. I
To die
died,
again?
and that was the worst thing that could have happened to me. And I was comfortable thinking that that was the worst thing that could happen to me.
Well, it's your choice. Recluse from your companions, go back to that burned-out husk of a factory. Sit and wait for oblivion, if you hate it so much. But if not... And she goes, "Oh, I think I hear something." And she, like, turns the mirror on the dresser or desk, whatever. I'm having a hard time describing exactly what it is. Like,
Yeah.
towards you a little bit, and you see just a like aerial view of, like, Shimmer is throwing fireballs at a guy in, like, beetle armor, and there's rats all over the walls, and Harlan inside, like, you can feel it in your soul. Harlan is inside this ball of purple energy that's just, like, pulsating with malignant energies.
Alright, so this won't affect it, but just for show is like she gets angry and it's like her hair raises up and her voice gets an echo. It's like, "What did you do to him?"
I did nothing. It's all of the stress and emotional pain that you guys inflict on each other. You should really learn to take care of yourselves.
Right, and this is the perfect place for me to do my PSD mask.
Sure.
Alright, so just help me out here. Like that would be mundane. Alright, so I'm gonna roll mundane. Submit. Alright, so mundane. Sorry. PSD mask. 7 to 8. 7 to 9 ask 1. How could I get your character? 2. So, like, I'm looking at the mirror, and it's like, you have to save them. No one
Then
can go
you'd
to
best
this.
run along.
Yeah, so best run along.
Yeah, like, how can you get her character to save them?
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I can't do anything while I'm behind these bars, my dear. In prison." If you free her.
Holy Christ.
But also, it is distinct, and, like, the audience and we all get that this is what it looks like when somebody with huge criminal organizational, connections gets to live well in prison. So, like, if you let her out of here, are you really freeing her, or are you just doing exactly what she wants you to do? Like,
No,
are you really doing yourself a favor, or not?
No, I'm not gonna free her because like I have within me because she's my nemesis. So like I know that this is what she did to me, and so like I frame it that way. But the idea was is like stop what you are doing because Echo would think that she is doing this to them. So it's like I'm just going to run basically, and so that is definitely going to have to be another Doom track portal again and up here.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, like when you start to, like, she's like, let me out of here, right? And I'll end all of this in a heartbeat. And you like struggle with that, and then you start to fade away again, and just like classical evil, which, well, maybe not quite so shrill as like the Wicked Witch of the West, but just like, you know, confident, powerful laugh follows you in your ears as you fade from that place.
Yeah. Alright, so.
And to reappear.
Yeah.
Shimmer is hurling. This is just like immediately one left last, right? Peggy is thinking about what to do now that, you know, she's got the eyes and the fireballs are being thrown at Insectoid. He's down on the
Here to
ground.
help.
He is
I
going to do mark a thing real quick. And I'm gonna do
had
that thing.
thought of something to do, which is kind of I was saving this one, but it kind of fits. So alright, so I appear. When I appear, who would I assume is responsible for Harlan being that way?
Oh, that's I mean, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is. Because I think Insectoid is on the ground.
Yeah. I mean, he's got like this energy emitter thing that he had in his one hand, and he's like holding his other forearm up to deflect some of the fireballs that are bouncing off of his armor. They're making impact, but they're not like burning through it yet.
Alright, so out of character, I have a way to bring a lot more eyes. So,
Sure, but first he is marked a condition and is doing a villain.
Yeah.
Oh man, so what you see, this energy orb is pulsing. The little mirrored beetles are doing a good job of suppressing it, but it's gonna start like getting out of hand again, like even with all the eyes of the rats.
Yeah.
He like turns on these booster jets.
Yeah.
It just start like big amounts of steam and fire come out from behind. The wings turn back on. He throws that like emitter down immediately. Like tilts at you, Peggy, and just like snatches you up in his arms, and he's like, "It's too late for all of that. It's gonna go critical." He's trying to sacrifice everything. Yeah. Sacrifice anything or everything. Well, I guess I don't know. He's guilty, but he's gonna save you. I guess he's turning to the unthinkable. He's going to abandon this place to whatever fate it has to save you.
So he's doing, ironically, the opposite. Like, he's doing what he didn't want me to do because he thinks it's gonna fuck me up.
God damn, that's a good story.
I'm just like... So it's like coming at me, the Harlan Thacker ball?
No. It's going to, like, get out of... It's gonna go... The beetles aren't gonna be able to stop it. Like, he can't... His energy emitter thing is like, he can't use it because Shimmer's beating him up. And, like...
Yeah, you might need to
just
rejoin the
freaks
call,
out.
Jake, because you keep cutting out. You're like a robot.
Yeah. Oh, Shimmer is engaging Insectoid. Right, because I did remember that there was some confusion. But I knew it wasn't my part, so like I know I would not known any of that.
So the do I sound better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the Harlan Thacker orb is like pulsing, is gonna like flare out again and like expand and destroy shit. And because he can't do what he was doing, right, using the emitter, he's getting beaten up by the other team members. he's just like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna get my daughter, and we're gonna whatever happens happens. Right?
Yeah.
So he flies over and snatches you up. I mean,
Well,
of course,
tries
you can
to,
do
yeah.
what you do, but I mean, he's got you in the air.
Well,
Part of the villain move.
I knew going into this how much my dad prioritized me, right? So, like, no matter what, he was probably going to try to do something like this at some point. So I think I've planted a trap for him with my dangerous web.
All
and
right.
when he snatches me, like, rats come out of my sleeves and my collar. And I'm just like, sorry, Dad. And I'm rolling my dangerous web. Full hit. So on a hit, the opponent trips into it. You get an opening or opportunity against them on 10 plus, take +1 forward.
Yeah, I mean, you can engage him here and like try to take yourself from him.
I think that I will use this opportunity to... Let me think about it. Man.
I mean, he has you, right? This is your opportunity. If you do not engage him and take yourself from him, he is gonna get you out of here.
In that case, yeah, let's fucking do it. Miss.
Damn. Just like oh man, the rats start pouring out of you from various places, and then they all do. I mean, you guys are like, and some of them are still going to be very hurt, but you're only like 12 feet in the air at this point. But dude, this like horrific stench to the point where you like do your best to try to suppress your senses. Like he stink bugs you. That's just like can't even be here now.
Dude, it was a triple trap.
Yeah. You revealed your trap card, and he had a trap card of his own, and
he knows me too well.
And yeah, and I think that, I mean he's got you over the tops of some of the buildings now, and you know.
Yeah, I'm like punching his back. I'm like, no, bring me back. I need to save my friend.
It's over, Peggy. Yeah, it's just that then Echo ports back in. The rats that you have are slowly starting to like lose the influence that you had over them as you get further and further away. Like they don't feel like you can still kind of feel their senses, but they don't like want to do the actions you want really. So some of them are starting to crawl off the wall, and yeah, which is making it worse, right? Harlan's orb is going critical.
All right, so
damn. Well, that's a pickle for you guys to figure out because I'm in timeout.
All right, so I'm not exactly sure how what move this would fit under, but here's the thing I want to do. I died in a locked room in a fire full of like hundreds of kids dying in fire. So like I'm seeing him kind of go in supernova, and it brings that memory back. And the area between me and him exactly mirrors the locked room and the fire and the ghosts of all the hundreds of children who were there are burning, and they are looking at him. And I am going through that crowd and reaching for him and hugging him.
Damn, so you like want to create a bunch of ghost constructs of burning children?
To add eyes.
Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
All right, just do it. Yeah, he's gonna get
metal.
He's gonna put the eyes on you.
Yeah.
Yep. To see how that.
All right,
if you can like suppress the power enough so that you can like get into Harlan's space.
All right. So so that would be unleash my powers, I think.
Yes.
I mark my Dune track every time I overexert myself, and since this is like going back to the incident, and
well, if you
was
7 to
thinking-
9 it right, he might say, right, you don't want to mark your own Doom tracker on purpose, right? Maybe you need to overexert yourself to do it, but that might be on a partial.
Well, this kind of is overexerting myself because it's like I'm not sure if this is a legitimate way of creating eyes.
Well, it's I don't know. It's like that's the thing about this magic. It's kind of
It's nebulous.
it's not necessarily inconsistent. It's just weird.
Yeah. Because I have not
Well.
told you guys about how I died in details. So this
Right.
is gonna be really weird for you and for me.
So yeah, Shimmer, like this is all happening in a split second. So like the insect man just flies off with Peggy. At the same time, Echo starts to conjure all of like these ghostly gray fires. It's like almost kind of like some effects that you've seen in the movies when
Yeah.
they've like fade things in and out of scene transitions, and she's
Yeah.
like faded in these black and white flames, and there's like girders, and there's like men in work overalls that are on fire, and children. It's just like all over the place, and yeah, and they all like are to begin with are screaming.
Yeah.
But then they all start to just turn and look at the orb that Harlan Thacker is doing. So unleash them powers.
All right. So the reason why I asked if
What
it
the
was
fuck?
the reason why I asked if it was exiting my pause is that if it fits that I can mark a doom trap for this, I can possibly ask you for a +1 on it.
Why is that?
Because of the amount and the impact of the eyes. Because he probably would not pay attention
If
to
something
the
gives you
rats.
+1, it gives you +1. I don't do like, hey, situationally, I think you get +1 here. That's what the game is for.
Okay, no problem.
That's what the dice rolling is for. Is
Alright.
either happens or it doesn't. So if you like, I think you're fine, right? You should just roll and unleash your powers. If
Okay.
if a thing needs to mark a doom track, it will say so. Otherwise, I'll just tell you if a thing needs you to mark your doom track.
All right, no problem at all. Okay,
Like
so I'm
that's
just
one
going
of my
to-
moves for a doom. One of my moves is to mark your doom track. So like, don't worry about it.
Okay, great, thanks. All right, so I'm just going to roll straight freak, unleash my powers. I have a +2. Let's see what happens.
So yeah, the eyes, they all see you, Harlan, and you like can kind of somewhere in this like grayness that you're in of like you still kind of feel like you're getting ready to do something to Insectoid, like somewhere dreamily in your mind you're like, fuck you, this is your fault, right? And you're like charging, and then it just like that kind of has been extended out forever for you. And in this moment, the barrier weakens and you're able to push through Echo and hug him.
Comfort and support him.
Yes, do the comfort and support.
And then fail.
I mean, yeah, well, that would be unfortunate, but yeah.
Oh, come on, man. You have enough potential. Just come on.
So, yeah, you gotta roll
Do you
your
have any
comfort and
team?
support there, Echo.
Yeah, go roll mundane.
Oh, me. Oh,
I think
sorry,
this
sorry,
is
sorry,
a
sorry.
bad stat.
Yeah. I thought it was Harlan. So mundane, right? I'm gonna roll mundane. This is gonna.
Just roll like you rolled last time.
Yeah, partial.
Alright, on a 7 to 9, you're going to, I mean, if you're going to open up about what you just experienced, you will be able to mark a condition and the orb of unstable energy will dissipate.
Okay, so I did clear a condition by doing foolhardy action by teleporting to what's the name? So,
Well, you did that. That's
So-
fine.
so I
but
have
this
to-
is for
so-
Harlan,
so- yeah,
because he has to open up in order to get the benefit.
Oh,
this- If Lawrence on a meta level is going to agree that he's going to open up, I'm going to say
Like, you know,
it happens a certain way.
Oh, sorry.
He's-
My
like, he's
mistake.
starting
I
to-
kind of misunderstood you then. When I hit the hear you, the amount. Okay, so this is for him. Okay, right.
Yes.
yeah, it's just you can kind of hear him babbling in like a weird dream fevery kind of way. You know, crying about his mom that he never wanted to hurt her, and it's like, please don't go away, that sort of shit, over and over again.
Damn.
You know, because the whole thing is he got his powers at around 7, and he used them, and he accidentally like super fucked up his parents, his mom specifically, and they they
You
became
lost
afraid
your
of me.
mom at 7, the same year
Not
that
lost, her.
Insectoid lost his mom because of the Metatron, the Suma Virtue. Man, it's too thick. The web's too thick, you guys.
No, it's like, the powers flared out, and I just, badly burnt her and stuff, or like, just
Oh,
Just
I see what he's gonna do. This
damage
is
her and stuff,
awesome.
and he's just begging her not to leave, and like some kind of weird crazy thing, and it's just him crying and stuff like that.
Damn. Yeah. So unmark one of your conditions. The children are still staring as the orb dissipates, and you two float to the grassy ground below you. And Shimmer, you see all of this happening, but also Peggy was gone too. So, what was your will? What was you wanting to do? I guess while all that was happening, did you stick around? Did you fly off?
Well, first of all, y'all need some serious PR work. This is clearly why I'm part of the team. Second, she'll probably stick around. I mean, this is kind of a metagamey thing where where she's not gonna chase after Insectoid and.
I mean, but if you don't
So they
know,
can't-
and you're like, wait a second, I'm not gonna let this villain get away. That's totally
that seems
fine.
pretty sketchy to let the supervillain run off with a teammate.
Yeah, like it makes
Probably
sense that you
chase
would
her.
chase. Yeah. So Peggy, you see the fiery trail after your rats fall off, and you guys get up another 5 feet in the air. You see this fiery trail streaking after you guys, and with you in his arms, he can't. Yeah, he can't really outpace her with while carrying Peggy, so he's just eventually comes to a hole in the air, turns around and is just like, this doesn't concern you, Fire Girl.
I think you're the one kidnapping my teammate. I think it does concern me now.
If you know what's good for you, you want to get away from horrific mess as much as we do. Back off. We don't have to fight about it. Let's just leave it as it is.
Okay, let my teammate go.
She's totally fine, I can assure you.
I'm
No harm will come to her.
I'm punching at his ribs while this is happening, but I don't have any advantage points, so I can't.
Somehow
really
I
put
don't
power to
believe
it.
you.
Like you're a teenage girl against a dude in body armor. That's
Yes.
the problem.
Yeah, he pulls out he's got some pistol thing on a holster. He busts it out. It's I don't want to have to do this with you. You aren't afraid that those fires might singe your friend?
Trust me, my friend being here is the only reason you're still flying.
Oh.
Oh, what did he do? I mean, he's got this gun trained at you. He's not gonna give her back.
Shoot, this is really not my thing.
Maybe all you really need to do, because I think you caught a glimpse that Joan was succeeding, right? So all you need to do is buy time, right? Provoke him into just talking long enough for the rest of them to maybe catch up with you.
Okay, give me a moment while I think about what to say to do that.
I don't know. I'm just throwing.
Do you
She's
know who I
definitely
am?
trying to stall here.
Yeah.
Um,
Go into your theatrics, right? Do you know who I am? I'm fucking Bridget Bell, motherfucker. Or not.
Well,
not
yeah,
really what
I
you should have
am
known,
the star of the brightest star in the Halcyon
It's
or in Brightstone City.
it's do you think this ends well for you? Kidnapping a teenage hero when you think that you're gonna just get away with that because you can point a gun at me?
Just provoke him, see how he takes it.
Oh, come on!
shit.
Oh man, dude, my dad is on a fucking roll.
Yeah, he's like,
Mark
not
potential.
by pointing a gun at you, my dear, by shooting one. And then just
that's
like-
not even considering the influence and thing.
That she
don't have
does not
influence on
have
him.
influence over Insectoid, absolutely not. You guys will not have influence over many people other than each other.
No, like, for like what he does to her. So it's like even with all of that, he's on a roll.
You guys miss, I make moves, and when I make moves, people like Insectoid succeed. So, yeah, he fires the gun. It makes like woo, little O's, like circles that like come out like an old timey Hanna-Barbera like ray gun, and it's just like this auditory pitch that just like you like scream, clutch your ears, you take a powerful blow.
No. Are you serious?
Oh my god, dude.
Whoa!
Well, you do get to choose from those choices.
I think she's removing herself from the situation.
Yeah, I mean, you go tumbling down in like sputtering fire and smoke, and you land hard, but not hard enough to hurt yourself, and it's just like
Splat.
your dad just like holsters that thing as amateurs. Way.
Going to blow him up next time I see him.
So
Hopefully with like an audience or something to see me.
yeah, you need to arrange an audience.
This
Things
whole middle
you
of the
gotta-
night bullshit's not cool.
Well, yeah.
Don't you know you have to do your heroics in the middle of the day?
I think we're there back at the grassy park area with as Shimmer stumbles back into view of the teammates, like a little like equilibrium off still a little bit from that weird auditory attack. Yeah, and you guys are like up now, right? You guys have completely saved him from the thing. Your business is back in full control. Aeon.
Yeah.
If anyone asks, I wasn't here. Fuck.
Sorry, did we get back?
Yeah. He looks, like strained and defeated, and yeah, he just stares past you.
Don't be like that if you ever want to get rid of your fucking
Oh,
conditions.
good point. Oh, that's the better one. Yeah, no.
Or help other people get rid of conditions, and then they like you and want to get rid of your conditions.
Alright, good point. No, I mean, I look at them and it's just, wipes snot off the side of my arm, on the side of my hand. Did you see where she went?
Fucking Bugman flew off and blasted me. Which, by the way, is why I wasn't here, if anyone asks.
Yeah.
Echo is like before you, but she's kind of like halfway to her knees because this has pulled some stuff out of her. And when you look at her, she's no longer the porcelain doll, at least for just this short period of time while she's kind of drained. She's a little bit more reverted to her burnt up. So like you see the porcelain scale, but you see ash on it. And she looks up at you and she says, "I'm so sorry, Harlem. I broke my promise to you."
Yeah, she's definitely I mean, we're definitely triggering a comfort and support, but more to the point, like, are we revealing a weakness / vulnerability by showing Harlan that like you put on a fake face because you're deformed, right?
Yeah, so the
that would be-
vulnerability, let me tell you what happened, Mike.
Wait,
and,
you look like a burn victim?
Well,
I died in a
she
fire.
with effort she maintains the weird doll-like appearance, but
Yeah.
underneath that, yeah, she died in a fire.
So how it works, right, is that just being in this world takes effort for me. It's like it takes effort for me to be corporeal. So like as I said earlier, anytime I'm emotional or distressed or anything, it's like my corporeal form kind of fades because it takes effort to do that. And in a fight, when I'm fighting someone, my corporeal form fades. Like if I feel a roll and so on, so like I don't hit because like my hand just passes through them. It's things like that. So my weakness that I'm revealing here is that when I fail, I revert, but I no longer have a strong hold on this world and I start receding. It's like I start going back through the ghostly plane and back to my doom and then to nothing.
So yeah, she's trying to support you, but also she is sharing a vulnerability with you, at which point you give him influence and ask, honestly, think there's hope. Is there honestly hope for you?
Right.
They
so
say
I'm,
yes, mark
yeah.
potential and clear a doom track. If they say no, mark potential and mark a condition and mark your doom track.
Alright, so
So
the way
like,
I'm gonna phrase it.
you can, so I mean, regardless of, I think it's just by virtue of her action. She doesn't have to explain this all out to you,
Right,
but you're not a dummy, right? You can
Yeah.
see that what she does, like, kills her in a way, maybe a little bit like it does to you.
Yeah.
There, yeah. So she's doing that. So you gotta, and ask if there is hope for you, and he has to respond honestly.
at first, the sudden jump from that to that scares the shit out of him. He kind of doesn't know what to say now, and all this stuff. But a second later, he sacks up and realizes this is a girl. She's got a problem, not as bad as mine, but up there. Still pretty fucking bad. You say nice things to people who need them. And, I go to her. Can I touch her? Like, can Harlan still, like, make physical contact with her?
I think that's a perfect role play. So like, does he have to do a roll for the comfort or support? Because if he succeeds, then maybe that means he can touch her.
Well, oh, you were saying that you're sorry to him, right? That's the comfort
Right.
that
Yes,
he's
yes,
doing,
yes.
and then you roll that.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Comfort or support is mundane. Oh, fingers crossed. Yeah, I really need this to work. Otherwise, this is going to end up bad narratively.
What's a hit?
Alright, so let's see. Comfort or support. On a hit, they hear you. They mark
Do
potential, clear condition, or shift level. So that's a very good thing for you, Harlan. Right, and that's it. So
Alright,
I don't
no.
get to clear a condition.
Like opening up, though, right? Like it is not necessarily like we always do this big, huge like diatribe about our problems or our past or whatever, right? Like you're trying to touch her, right? You're like opening up and being
Oh, this is a
physically,
team move as well. For me.
Yes, I think that's fine.
Alright, cool.
No, it's
It doesn't always have to be a huge thing.
Yeah.
Harlan Thackeray just he remembers he was like how his parents used to take care of each other when they had problems and stuff, and it's just
that's for him. He gets to do one of those things on a 10 plus. You get to do it. You don't get to do it unless you get a 10 plus on that move.
Oh, sorry. I was a little confused because I was wondering whether you were looking at it as the doomed team move or whether as the comfort or support. Sorry.
To that, right? He was saying something, and I think that's going to be the like "there's hope for you" speech.
Yeah.
But I was looking more at how he was opening up to do his half of the comfort and support. So
Okay, right.
yeah.
So yeah.
You will get to mark potential, but not from the comfort, but from the team move. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
What were you
Alright.
going to say, Lawrence?
nah, it's fucking whole, hold her face and stuff, and just we all got we all got things that can tear us down and things and stuff like that, and this whole sort of stuff. He's like, but you were there when I was getting torn down, started building me back up. He's like, there's always going to be help.
So there you go.
And he takes one for a team and kisses her.
Why does
Not even that. No,
cheat?
it's like not even that. Just he knows she needs it in a way. And
Yeah, you see that happen, Shimmer. You didn't know that was a thing. Maybe Chloe's dead.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. It was cutting out a little for me.
Oh, they're kissed.
This really seems like a good time for me to make my exit and go home.
You're just like, okay, so you guys are gonna do that, and I'm gonna go over here.
See y'all whenever we see each other.
Yeah, you barely hear Shimmer as she makes her awkward but trying to play it cool exit.
all right.
She's really good at trying to play it cool.
She is. That's her job.
Yeah, so I was going to kind of like catch myself and ask where Vermin was.
Yeah, I mean, we cut back to I have actually prepared the picture of what it looks like.
Yeah, you probably lost me, by the way. I'm probably back in my fucking house.
Yeah, because I would not have known about the Vermin gotten taken.
Yeah, well, I don't want this night to go on forever, right, with everyone like going after each other all the time. It's probably gonna end with me talking to my dad and we're gonna be in the bar.
Could I?
Yeah, I think whatever.
Alright.
I think we only because it's unresolved of where Peggy ends up at the end of the night. We need to address that. Other than that, we will have some time pass.
Yeah.
To the next day, where you guys are gonna do what you guys thought you were gonna do for the session.
Yeah.
But that's why we play the game, man. We don't play so that you guys can interrogate Dead Knight and do whatever that shit was.
Yeah, exactly.
We play to find out what happens.
Because I like that finishing panel, the last panel, where
it.
like I just kind of wake up and say, where's Vermin? And it's just like an open-ended question, and tune in next week or something.
Well, yeah, we'll cut to this place that I have a picture of, but I fucking can't find it now. And I'm gonna try this.
Looking at the feed,
Oh
looking at
shit!
the feed.
I remember why it was so good. Now, I forgot that it literally has the fucking Beatles over it, man.
Holy
Oh man,
shit!
truly, my dad is a beetle.
He's insectoid, and this is the layer. And this is the layer of the beetle. I mean, he lands, sets you down on your feet. This should come inside.
God damn, that's awesome.
I like go down near a rock. I sit down on the rock. I pull my hood back, and I just like rub my fucking hands through my hair, and I'm just like, okay, fucking give me a second. It's the first time I've sweared on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't say anything. Normally, you don't swear, maybe because your dad always says "language, young lady."
Yeah.
And this time, yeah, you swear, and he doesn't say a word.
I look up at him, and I'm just like, it was secret lair.
Yeah,
I don't laugh in the game, but yeah.
It's just an absolutely matter of fact, like, conversation happening between you two.
Yeah, I get up and we start like walking through the tunnel entrance, and I'm just like, all right, a few things. First of all, you were right that the Virtute is dangerous, but you were wrong to attack him. And you were right to help me try to stop that bullshit, but you were wrong to tackle me out of there and attack my friend. So, you're like 50-50 right now in my book.
He, like, pulls the helmet off, and he's got, like, a genuine smile on his face. Like, you know what? I'll take it. And I think he just got influence on your dad.
Hell yeah. Good job.
Yeah, he leads you in there, and it's like he's like a fucking Batcave, dude. There's like artifacts from conflicts with heroes. There's like
giant
shit
coins
on.
and shit.
There's a huge scarab tank, dude. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I like look like I'm impressed. I'm like, this is. You have all this.
Years on the job, honey. You don't get that without making a few toys. It's like for us, the audience, that is a meta joke about the action figure industry.
I would like to think that in the back of this comic itself, they have like a sale for insectoid like tanks and shit. But
yeah, the new insectoid scarab tank.
yeah, as seen in his lair. I'm just like 20 years and you have all this, but why do you choose to be on the wrong side of it? Why do you fight people like Bulwark?
Well, should have been him, quite frankly. That's why I fight Bulwark. I fight Lord Steel. I still call him Lord Steel. I refuse to call him General Trench because he's a villain. He just like starts continuing like he's making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Lord Steel, by the way, General Adder Trench is the leader of the Wardens.
Yeah, he's like the Magneto guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've fought Mirror Maker. I've helped the bastard. I don't know what to say. It's a very complicated world, sweetie. I know that you do your best to be a hero, but that not many people really know what that means.
Yeah, I like Sai, and I'm just like, it really is complicated. My friends, even they don't agree. Harlan has a different opinion from the new Bulwark, and
The new Bulwark.
it's a whole reissue thing. He got a new suit. He's really proud of it. And Gray J, he's going off doing his own thing too. But I don't know about myself. Maybe when I argue with Gene about comic books, it's right. Maybe you're doing right in a way that you know, but people need the symbols, right? They need people they can identify with. What do you think I am? And I would like to use I am what you see to ask my father what label he wishes to impose upon me.
Just looks at you just right in your eyes and you're just good, Peggy. You're a good girl. That's all you should ever try to be.
So what is he? Is that savior?
He's the savior. Yeah. He doesn't like hate you or what you do, and he's not like an evil cackling villain. You know, it's complicated.
It's complicated. So what is he shifting down for that too?
Is that not how it works? I thought that I am what you see is just kind of like.
It heavily implies in the elaboration in the fig that it's also shifting my labels too.
Interesting. Then, even that to the point that he gets it, maybe, and is okay, you know, mundane down.
Sweet.
You guys are like super people in super costumes in a secret lair talking about the morality of superheroes. This is not very mundane.
Yeah, and I will mark potential as well. And I'm just like, I give him a hug and I say, even if all this messed up stuff happened, still love you, Dad. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah. And he says he loves you too. And you guys go up this stairway and come out of a
that wasn't a sneeze. That was me making a boom noise because I got a 10+ on it. My comfort and support of my father. So if he opens up to me, he may clear a condition.
Well, I mean, he says he loves you too, right? Is that good enough for you?
It is good enough.
And then you guys go up like this long third, and you come out by a manhole cover. Yeah, you come out by a manhole cover that is like a block or two away from your house, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Alright, so I gotta figure out what I'm taking for my move level up thing. I've leveled up twice this session.
That was like actually extremely complicated. Like you actually had a fight with the villain. That was good. That's good stuff. with a villain that led to a larger thing that involved the friend as a threat, and then still at the end of it, it wasn't just like, we're gonna beat you up now and take you to jail.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
damn
So-
intense.
So
Like in
I have to
real
go to
life,
school tomorrow.
in real life, if we were playing this in real life, I would be talking a mile a minute right now. It's just because of the mic system that like we have to take it in turns.
Right, yeah, it's easier to talk over each other and at the same time in person. When it's all coming through the headphones, it's hard.
I think Peggy is very aware now of who she is, and she still has room
Can
to
you-
grow.
Can you
But-
become Insectoid's protege yet?
I don't want to do that.
Oh,
But I think I'm taking I don't care what you think from Delinquent, which is when you reject others' influence, add +2 to your roll. Because I think
Damn.
I'm more comfortable with myself now, and I know who I am. Even though I can ask other people their opinions, like I'm also good at picking up the bad advice.
right on.
Yeah.
Which, okay, hell yeah! All right, and I think that's the scene.
Yeah, you guys have to go to school the next day. Well, some of you do.
Shimmer, of course, takes online classes.
Go online.
Has like a
Oh
tutor.
shit! She
Magic.
she has a tutor.
You know what?
You have a
Yes,
person.
I
You
do.
have a personal tutor. That's
She
Yeah.
works
My
through a
bad.
magic portal. There we go.
She just puts her documents into a magic portal and they spit grades out. Well, that sounds like a scam.
Very well could be.
That's
No,
that.
she has a tutor.
That's that all that skit where they it's a pizza delivery service, but instead of delivering pizza, it delivers you like homework, and depending on how much you pay,
Samurai Pizza
it's a
Fest.
different grade. Yeah, can I get a history project and Abe Lincoln? What about a B plus? Anyway,
Yeah. So next day, though, before,
Hey, dude, could I
what call?
just like, everyone left and stuff? Could I say that I just stayed out for the rest of the night?
Harlan's
like just- I-
awake and wandering the streets in his duster with no shirt on.
I think
Well, I
Echo
get
would
a
even-
shirt.
Echo would
Fuck
leave
it.
him alone
Actually. I like
as well
as soon as I'm
because
about
Echo.
to take in.
Yeah, sorry.
As soon as I'm about to take.
Yeah, Echo would leave you
As soon as
alone.
I'm about to take a step
Oh,
back
no.
into the building, my legs get shaky and everything, just anxiety and stuff, and it just dawned on me like I almost blew shit up, and it's just out of like some kind of weird panic that just flared right back up. I just fucking run into this into the city.
Cool.
It's-
Sure. Oh man, this is perfect.
to get lost, to absolve guilt, just do something, that sort of thing.
We don't know where Harlan Thacker. He spends many hours. He doesn't get any sleep that night. He spends many hours wandering the streets. Eventually, wandering into some stuff. But we'll get into that. But first, during the day, next day, I don't know, day around here, he's just in the bros. Ian and Peggy are in the
Jake,
throes of
you're-
school.
you're cutting out real bad,
Damn it.
Mona Ridge. Yeah.
It's bad.
It happens in sports.
All right, maybe.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah.
So, we actually find you in the find Echo in her sanctuary.
Yeah.
So, what does that look like?
The sanctuary itself is not ash covered because the ash would have over the century just degraded. So it's like dust and it's just old like a wood frame thing. But the door to the sanctuary is solid steel because it's like an inner room in the factory where the fire started, and they sealed that door shut to contain the fire in there, and it was a huge metal door because that's their equivalent of a fire extinguisher. So I'm in this enclosed space, and everything to the naked eye would look really, really old, but to me, with still like some ash on my face, something. I'm still I've reverted to the standard doll finish, but there's just like some ash on the surface, and I'm looking around and I'm having this moment where it's like I'm looking around and the memory is kind of vivid. So even though I see the wooden wall, like I still see like the still see it beginning to glow with heat, and then, I do kind of feel not bad because the fact that Harlan did that, that drastically changed what would have happened here. Honestly, it really did.
Right.
So I'm looking at the walls with the memory of the fire that happened, because that memory was brought back to me today. But I have a kind of detached view of it, and I'm beginning to have the beginnings of a thought that maybe I can move faster. So, but in terms of my emotional state, I they call it battle fatigue. I don't know if you guys have heard the term the 1,000 yard stare, like soldiers who have
Yeah, no,
yeah.
PTSD and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I'm just kind of worn out, staring into the middle distance, and it's like, so much happened today.
Yeah, you're like spacing out, and you hear somebody like in the like big open area of the warehouse factory
Yeah.
area, just crunching on like the gravel and debris that's on the ground. Somebody like slowly creeping in here.
Yeah. So, oh god, this would make an awesome moment in a movie. So it's like I approach the door, and it's like, for a moment, I try to reach and pull open the door as I would if I were a human, but then I suddenly remember that I'm a ghost 100 days later, because I was kind of caught in that moment. But the sound is jarring to me. So for a moment I'm in between the memory and now, but then I'm now, and I kind of pause, and I hear the footsteps pause just outside the door. So it's like
No,
someone's outside.
somebody's kind of like wandering around out there. Kind of, you hear like a woman's voice call out, "Miss Constance."
Right. So I phase through the door because
I mean, it echoes loudly. I mean, there's like, even though your sanctuary is your sanctuary, I mean, it's in a dilapidated building. There's a
Yeah.
steel door that's still intact, but there might be like a small hole in the roof or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so
your
like,
sanctuary is still your sanctuary in all
Yeah.
the mechanical ways that it is, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
like
yeah.
I phase through the heavy door, and I ask like, who are you? And I'm excited and so on, but it ends up sounding like the whole horror thing where a wraith just comes out and is like, who are you?
Yeah, do you make yourself manifest, or are you just speaking?
No, I phase
You're
through
speaking.
the door.
Okay, yeah. She screams first. You like do this loud, echoing, disembodied voice. She's like, ah!
Yeah.
There's like a pause after that.
Yeah. So like I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, and like there's a moment of concentration, and so I'm back in my corporeal form now. I kind of put myself together, and it's like, I'm so sorry. Hi.
Yeah, and we as the audience see and recognize Miss Cassidy Gillen, the vice principal of Peggy's school.
Oh yeah.
She's like, oh, hello, dear. Oh, shouldn't scare me like that.
I'm so sorry. I've been trying so hard. So like I say that, and like, I've been trying so hard, and I try to wring my hands. You know that gesture that they talk about in movies, but like I try to do it by my hands go through each other, and then I get myself together, and I just put my hands on my side, and I'm corporeal again. And it's like, I'm so sorry. I wasn't expecting you. What are you doing here?
Well, seeing as I know that you're friends of Peggy, and that she is, well, now open about her identity as a hero. Well, I thought that maybe it would be all right for you to maybe we could have you come join the student body at Eagle Point.
Ooh.
Well, you're a young girl, and I know you have different circumstances, but you should live a life like a normal girl. And she's trying to use her influence to up your mundane and down your freak.
I actually had the intention of doing a PSD mask, so how would the order of those things go?
I mean, if you want to inform your ability to reject her or not,
Yeah.
right? Then you want to
Yeah.
pierce their mask first.
Right. So, because my response would be, I've seen you before. Because like Peggy, sorry, she might say. So Echo hangs around at the school, in the sense that like, you know, she'll be peeking out of a column, or like she'll be in a painting, just curious about like what real life is like, what alive like is life. And one of the ways she does that is, of course, by watching Harlan when he sleeps. But in addition to that, you know, she kind of haunts the school, quote unquote. So she says, "I know you," and then she does the PSD mask. So that was my intention.
Yeah. She also was the faculty member that was there when you went with them to the airship party.
Right, correct. All right, so I'm going to enroll Mundine. Submit. That is cool. PSD mask. What are you really planning?
I mean, she wants to get you guys in the school. If you know, there are heroes that go to the school, it might. I don't know. She thinks it might draw positive attention. I guess that's not really a logical statement, but I don't know. She wants. I mean, more than anything, like if she's like planning ulterior things, it's mostly that. I mean, she does think that it's that you should live like a normal girl's life.
Oh, okay. So what was
And she
she?
wants to help that happen.
All right. So what was she intending to shift?
Sorry, what?
What did she intend to shift?
Your mundane up and your freak down.
Out of character, I don't want that. But I do want to go to
I
school.
mean,
But in character, I do want to go to school, so I think it would happen.
Well, then accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
I
cares
think
about
it
the
would happen.
mechanical?
who cares about
That's
your
it.
freak, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't need to use your freak if you get
My-
what you
my
want as a character.
In character, my character wants to get her freak down and her mundane up. So this is like gold. So I do
Yeah, do it.
accept. Yeah. And,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
like on a meta level, it's like literally she's mundane hook that I made for you, and the mundane hook is to require compromise for normalcy or something like that. I mean, it's like straight up.
Yeah. So alright, so I've shifted the levels and I am going to agree with what she's proposing.
Yeah, she says great. She says for you to show up, to come to the school tomorrow morning for when classes start, and that they'll get all of your stuff taken together, and you'll go to school.
And Echo gives her this wide-eyed kind of blush and is like, but headmistress, I don't have a uniform.
Well, I mean, we can find something for you. I'm sure that'll be fine. We've got lots of spares.
Oh, you
The uniform, I think, is like of clothing, and then they do have like a jacket that they wear. But
Yeah.
other than that, like it's not like an exact. It's like guidelines rather than a uniform,
Yeah.
except for the jacket.
Yeah. So Echo is going to be really excited and she's going to be really into this. Yeah.
So, and then I mean, we seen the day at Eagle Point. We seen that. Oh, but I guess who is your like talent agent, Shimmer?
I'm gonna be really honest. I don't know what talent agent means.
like, who's the person that finds you acting gigs, right? Who's the person that's like, like, or a producer, I guess, right? Like, you're making these different Shimmer movies, but like, who's the one that's going to be like, okay, like, we've lined up this work, right? Let's talk about this, what the script is going to be, or who's going to be in this movie with you, right? Like,
I mean,
Biggest twist of irony, my dad. No.
he can't be everywhere.
speaking of family, it could be her mom, since she's so supportive of her whole career in general.
Actually, yeah. That
Yeah,
makes
so your
sense.
mom works as the producer. So your grandma wrote the stories. Your mom has worked really hard on a business side to bring them to the screen, and you act in them. It's really
So it's the family business.
yeah. So I think you're having your lesson with your tutor. She's going over, like, I don't know, chemistry or something, and your mom comes in. She's like, we've got the new contract. I think we should go over it as soon as possible. Please should leave us. Like, the tutor just kind of like packs up immediately and leaves.
All right, what's there to discuss about it?
Well, you see, it's the next movie we have you in isn't going to be a Shimmer flick. But you will be playing Shimmer still. It's just that will be. And she says, like, the two words that you probably dread on a daily basis: sidekick.
Oh my god.
The worst.
It's yeah. It's
Are we
the
gonna see
movie
a? We're gonna see a rich teenager tantrum.
I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. She says that it's the Bulwark versus the Leviathan King, but she says, but don't worry, sweetie. There's plenty of lines, and you're in a lot of scenes. You do a good job.
Why can't we just keep making Shimmer flicks?
Well, I mean,
They've
yeah.
been making money.
This is true. They have been making money, but do you understand? She like pulls out a report for you. The number of Bulwark comics has skyrocketed ever since he's been back on the scene. So the Zuko people, the Tuco people, they want to capitalize on that. They say that the girl hero thing is getting tried out. But it's okay, sweetie. This is just a short-term thing. We'll have you back on top, no problem.
If Tuco's saying that it's all tried, then
Well,
Doesn't
how
that
he's
imply-
been being lately. No, but see, he's big and he's got this armor. That's what they said anyway. They just want to do a thing like the boys want stuff too. It can't be all girl heroes all the time. That's what he says. No.
the boys make all sorts of their own movies.
There hasn't been, and really, truly though, there hasn't been very many successful hero movies. Yeah, probably since movies have come about. Like, the movies are probably like 15 years old, and this has been some low heroing times. And you're probably like are the biggest screen hero.
Yeah, that's why you
Yeah.
got so many devout fans.
So this is
It's not that she has so many devout fans; it's the fans that she has are very devout.
Yeah.
Still you have and they're just like, well, they just want to try something new. The last one, Shimmer and the Lightning Dogs was down 15% from Shimmer and the Secret Eye.
I think you've I only pictured her making like one or two movies.
Okay, well, I feel like the movies industry though is still very new. I feel like maybe that's the
It's the
only two
moving
that
pictures?
I feel like maybe those are the two. The
Like,
lightning Dogs and the Secret Eye.
no, just
There's
are
the Shadow
they
one,
talkies?
remember?
Was it? Oh,
First one.
well, maybe the Secret Eye is the maybe it's not just versus the shadow people. It's the shadow people are involved in with something in a secret. I don't know. He uses the word plateau in a derogatory sense. Yeah, so I guess that's. I mean, you don't have to feel like it's right or wrong, right? This is just the Zuko people are saying that your numbers have been down. Want to go with a male lead and put you as a sidekick. This is the deal that your mom's been given, and she's trying her best to make you like okay with it, because it's what continuing to succeed looks like, I guess, in her mind.
Okay, but I don't want to make another film with Tuco after this.
Oh, but he's the biggest in the business. How are we gonna keep going there, sweetie?
We'll find someone else.
Okay, I mean, whatever you want, darling, but you just gotta be careful. Those Tuco people, they're serious. You don't
I'm
wanna get on their
serious.
bad side. Okay. She leaves, and like the clock dings like 2:00. You got to meet up with the other lodge heroes in an hour.
She's gonna see the room for like 45 minutes of that.
Sweet, yeah. And you guys meet up somewhere. Where do you guys meet up? Do you meet up in Echo's sanctuary abandoned building? Do you meet up somewhere outside? Yeah. Oh, well. Also, do you wander around the streets, Aeon? Do you show up on time?
To what?
He's not a member of the lodge.
Oh, he's not a member of the lodge. Oh, that sucks. That's what started this whole mess.
I told him I'd go to the comic shop with him the next day, though. I'm still there.
Okay, so I guess you guys are meeting at the comics shop. You and Jean are looking at comics.
Yeah.
You guys, you are comforted by the fact that you guys continue, like, he continues to argue with you about the same shit that you guys were arguing about comics before he revealed this whole shebang.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Sweet.
You're arguing, actually, you hate doing this one, but he does a power level argument between this electric guy and this fire guy.
I'm just like, Gene, it's narrative. It's not about the physics or the logistics. Come on.
He's like, yeah, I know, but
Bullshit.
I think that...
Papa Zap can beat out.
yeah, it's like, yeah, but I'm pretty sure Papa Zap is just, like, stronger than, like, Flame Burst still, though.
Didn't they fight in 87?
1887?
Lost? Nebulous 87.
So where's everyone meeting?
Comic book store.
Yeah, at the hobby shop and the gaming pub.
We're just gonna show up at the comic book store, all in costume, and
No, I don't think that this was necessarily part of that. I think that Peggy and Jean and and Aelon were gonna, or at least Peggy was gonna meet up with Harlan at the comic book store. I don't know. I think that you guys be still like 15 minutes from the meeting time.
okay. Because
Question remains, right? They're waiting for Harlan to show up in the store. Does he show up, or is he just like lost to the cityscape and his own thoughts?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing that brooding shit. Simple.
Well, if
Well,
you're
it's
late,
like-
I go find you.
Yeah, I mean, you can just be there and you can like extend your senses, perhaps.
Well, I don't know. It's like on some unconscious level, maybe he just wants to. He just wants to not be there. That's. I mean,
Yeah,
like
well, I'm gonna
not
find
anywhere
you 'cause
there.
I have some words for you, so I want to find you. So can I extend my senses to
Yeah,
see
he
if I
doesn't
can-
show. And another thing too, right? Actually, like Jean's normal personality does know Harlan and Echo, so them wanting to meet in the comic shop does make sense. You can show up in your costume, but there just might be an audience, which might or might not be a bad thing.
I miss Harlan.
it might be a bad thing for anyone who's trying to be sneaky.
Yeah. Harlan is like magically concealing himself.
That
Yeah, like,
motherfucker.
you can tell, right? Like you would be able to find him otherwise.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I just was idly sending rats around around while I was arguing about this comic book shit, and I'm just like, it's like 5, 10, 15 minutes after Harlan was supposed to show up, and I'm just like, yeah, I was sending some rats out, and he doesn't want to be found. I'm worried.
I was hoping he'd come around. Have you told Gene? Like went to bed and had a good night's sleep. Did you tell him what happened?
Not yet. And I'm just like, Gene, there's something you need to know about last night.
I mean, what happened? Like, I just went home and. What?
Yeah, I say it as matter of factly as I do. I say Harlan lost control, and the infinite power inside of him unleashed itself in an awful way, and he almost.
He goes,
hurt
"What
people."
He's like almost out loud in front of everybody, and then everybody looks at you guys, and he's like, "Believe that Papa Zap lost a fire starter. It's bullshit."
It's not bullshit. It's right there.
And then everybody else goes back to what they were doing. He's like, "Okay, you didn't try to get in touch with me."
It all happened so fast, and Insectoid like whisked me away. It's hard shit.
What do you
Sucked.
mean? How did you get away?
With everyone here, I share a vulnerability, and I say,
I would say it loud enough for everybody to hear, but you share it with Gene, right?
yeah, I say, he's my father, and that was the reason why I concealed my identity in the first place. But now he knows who I am, and so he's just overprotective.
What the fuck?
I know.
What's
And
happening?
I give him influence.
Yeah, he had influence.
So what does he want me to shift?
I think he sees you as freak up and superior down. He's like, "Wow, dude, your life is like ridiculous. We're like surprised about what I was doing. What are you talking about?"
I just say, listen. I was very surprised, but I mean, I didn't think you couldn't do it. I just didn't see it. But yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy. It sucks. My allies are losing
What?
control
So
of
he
themselves.
just like he took you away to the secret lair? The beetle
Yes.
cave? The beetle?
Yes, he has a fucking
No,
beetle
no.
cave, Gene, and it has like a waterfall in front, and he has like a tank in there. It's crazy. And then he's actually like a morally gray. Like he kind of has good points sometimes. It's weird. And then he just let me go home, and he's like, "You still gotta go to school tomorrow." So I did, and it's really fucked up.
He
I'm
just
swearing a lot
he
right
starts
now, but
laughing. He
it's
starts
crazy.
to laugh.
I know it's
Okay,
pretty funny.
okay.
It's like that nervous laugh of like,
Okay, yeah, but what really happened though?
No, I like look at him dead eyed. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's nuts
like-
up. It's bonkers.
Okay, well, how does it like that? Are we gonna find out that Joey Thunderson is like, I don't know, the miracle worker?
Oh my god, I hope so. And then I can smooch his face.
Shut up! He's such a dick.
I haven't seen it in person. I'm holding out.
He just shakes his head at you.
Shimmer would probably arrive around nowish.
Yeah, you guys, there's like a commotion at the front of the shop. Actually, you notice that nobody else is anywhere around the bins, the cardboard boxes that you guys are leafing through comics in. Like they're all at the front of the store. And
Shimmer, did you saw my baby brother?
yeah. Yeah, he's not a baby. He's like 8, but like there's a teen girl like trying to hold his forearm at you, and he's like, "Stop! Stop!"
Shimmer will do the, celebrity wave and smile and not really say anything to anyone and make
You just
her way
wade
back.
through these people. You're just like, "Oh, yes, hi, thank you. Oh, thank you for all your support." And you just like go back.
Fuck away from you, pack of plebs.
Walk up to you guys. This is the worst meeting place.
It's like Jean's just like, oh my god, the superhero Shimmer coming down to the shop to talk to me and Peggy Milton for no reason.
Does he do the wink?
I'm like, Gene, this is my coworker, Shimmer. I helped her last night.
Oh, I forgot. But regular Gene Poindexter for no reason.
I know, right? You're so lucky that I'm your friend and you get to meet all these crazy characters. Yeah. What's up, Shimmer?
This is the worst meeting place. You people need like a serious, just entire makeover.
Hey,
Listen.
you're like Miss Megabucks, right? Why don't you, let's get a real
Miss Billionaire.
lodge
Why
going.
don't we build a secret hideout with your bajillion dollars? Well, your
and
plate. Listen.
Echo appears from nowhere. She's like, ah!
Yeah, at first I almost scream and I hold it in and I turn around. I'm like, listen, Echo, I love you, but I mean that place is filthy. And I'm vermin. I control rats. Come on.
Well,
You know
it used to be
exactly
nice.
how filthy it is.
Well, it used to be nice. I go there sometimes.
Maybe if we cleaned it up back, and I'm like, actually, if we cleaned
Do
up
we
this
just
little
like
bit-
have an 80s montage of you guys cleaning up the fucking abandoned factory?
If you'll allow it, yeah.
I am
See
so
what
ready
happens.
for that yet.
Pick the song.
Don't stop me
Team
now.
America World. No,
Find a
fuck it.
song
Team
quickly.
America World Police gonna have a montage.
It's too on the nose. We got Queen going.
Find a song quickly and just throw it into that Discord. Let's go. Oh crap! No,
Yeah,
wait. I have the song.
I'm maybe not so on the nose as gonna have a montage, but I will take Queen's Never Gonna Stop Me Now. Gene, you guys all completely forget the plan of interrogation and subterfuge, and you guys
It's
fucking,
fine.
you guys
It's a
as
personal thing.
a team, you guys get the factory, which is kind of not entirely part of the sanctuary. Like the sanctuary specifically is the room,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it still has the factory,
Yeah.
and which is, nothing works, but you guys can clean it up and you can start decorating it with your own furniture and stuff.
And Harlan shows up at no
cleared
point.
enough so that they could get in and out.
Well, so I was gonna say though, if you guys all do it right, and like, even though I'm sure Shimmer doesn't really get her hands dirty, she does front the cash for the tools and the buckets and stuff that
Yeah.
you need,
Yeah.
and you guys definitely can have a triumphant celebration at
Yeah.
establishing the new Lodge of Heroes.
Yeah, I'm like in like a plain white t-shirt with my hoodie like wrapped around my waist, and I've got like a cloth. I'm cleaning my forehead with like a mop next to me, and I'm like, whew. And like, yeah.
So I hope y'all didn't want this to be a quiet affair, because it totally has like a. We're totally being obvious. This is a superhero hideout, by the way.
I have the proof.
Sure, it has a location known to many anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they will
So-
know the location, but they won't know that we are using that location. I don't if that would be okay for now.
For now.
Just for now. Yeah, just for now.
but people will. I mean, it's
Yeah.
okay, right? Like,
It's in the city.
the
so yeah,
original Lodge
yeah.
of Heroes was just like a big prominent building in the middle of the city.
All right, I'm fine with you the best around. Yeah, and I wipe my forehead clean, and I'm just like, well, it's better than the comic shop, Shimmer.
I have the perfect celebration thing that Echo would do. I
The
think-
moment we get a good. Like, sorry, you go.
Yeah,
I interrupted you. Like a jerk.
Right, so like I think she would start doing a square dance. It's like one of those really old square dance that the kids would sneakily do when shift was over or something.
She's dancing with them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you're sharing a triumphant celebration. You give influence someone over you and spend one team from the pool to clear a mark from your doom track.
Well, out of character, I don't want to clear a doom track, but I'm okay with giving influence to what's her name, Shimmer, that a big well-known star is
Well,
coming to my place.
It is not
So
a May.
makes
If
me-
you want to share the triumphant celebration, right? Otherwise, you got to brood like a doomed broods.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, no problem. Well, in that case, yeah, I'll take it. I'll clear a doom track. Damn it, man! I was trying to get
Yeah.
something here.
And I will ask the new member with the triumphant celebration. I ask Shimmer. We've hung out with my mask on and my mask off. Which one do you like better?
Mask on, of course.
So
You have to be being heroic is about inspiring everyone else to be heroic as well. It's not just about
ooh,
your
girly.
personal show of valor, and so
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I'm just like, that makes sense. You're all about the hero life. That makes total sense. Yeah, it's interesting, and I mark potential. I'm almost there. I'm
Cool,
almost to the
there's
second
not-
tier.
Yeah, but this is not. Most people have been encouraging your maskless self. I think it's good that there is people out there that will encourage the persona.
Yes.
And so the triumphant celebration from the star.
okay, when you share a triumphant celebration with someone, say whether it's part of the show or not. I think she's gonna
Ooh.
make a big speech. This is an important step towards showing everyone in the city that that heroes are back, and we're here to help. And so, of course, it's all part of the show. Everything we do is part of the show as heroes.
Oh, you guys gotta break that just like hard candy shell to get to that nougaty center.
I think I
So
get her to
it
dance
is-
with me.
Well, yes, but even if she does, right, the key thing is that it is part of the show, right? This is mask on. It's for her.
Oh,
Shift
right.
your labels as you choose. If it's not part of the show, right? If it's the real deal, if it's your deep, crunchy feelings.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
So
And then the unfortunate Nova does not get to share this triumphant celebration with us, unfortunately.
no, but while you guys have been doing all this stuff, Lawrence.
Yep.
Two, through coincidence, have found yourself in the sunken district. Which sunken does not mean entirely submerged, but and there's like walkways that go between stuff, but it's like, I mean, there's buildings that are underwater, and it's kind of apocalyptic. And you're just wandering around here. You in your state, you come
Insecure,
across
guilty,
no, I
hopeless.
mean, I'm not worried about that. Just you're a wreck, more
Big
or less.
fucking funk right now. Super
Yeah,
funk.
more or less.
Super bad funk.
And the worst thing to do is to isolate yourself, Lawrence.
I know. You're just kind of stalking through this like drippy, like dingy place, and you see that there's like a young guy up against the wall. There's two dudes that are like, one's got like a knife to his face, the other one's just like feeling him up and down. Right? They're not even like, give us your stuff. They're just like getting him, you know. Give me them ducats and all of that.
Give me them ducats. You know, is there anything? Is there like a piece of metal around, or anything like just a loud, clangy bit of metal?
Sure. You can grab like
so-
a pipe, or so you can sure.
You
You've
see
got
that,
something.
and I'm just kind of just looking at this guy, looking at that, like realizing that just I gotta at least prove that I can get one thing right out of like, and not blow the fuck up just to myself. And I fucking start banging the thing on the ground. He was like, "How many knives you got? You need more?" He was like, "You're gonna need more knives." And it just,
Holy shit!
he was like, "Fuckface McGee's, come on!" Like, I'm just like,
Provoke
it's-
them.
It's
Yeah,
like
dude, this is some
it's-
definitely provoking. Though, like, you really want them to fight you, or are you trying to
It-
scare them off?
it's the
Because it's up to you.
It's like that edge lord. Fuck it, I got a death wish.
All
I
right,
want them
so
to fight
you
me.
really want to fight them. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're saying really insulting personal shit. You know, you're saying that they
He was like,
I don't know.
I could
somebody
beat you to
got their
death with
balls
half
in a
my
jar.
dick. And
Yeah,
just
come on, beaver teeth. Come on, crimson chin. You just like point out people's ugliness.
Real
say, look
petty.
at you. You got a fucking butthole for a face. And
Oh
it's-
yeah.
no,
All
it's
right,
real
provoke him.
fun. All right. Roll superior. That's a. Did you roll for me?
No.
Okay. Provoke someone. Okay, I'm still guilty, but nonetheless, I'm.
That means on the inside while you're doing this, you're like, oh, I don't really mean it, guys.
No, he's guilty that he
Like,
lost
I
control of his
just-
powers and put people in danger, right? And so it's
Yeah.
manifesting in this self-destructive behavior.
All right,
Yeah.
-2. Miss, but mark a thing. What is that? Let's see. What does it say?
Means like you got a fucking chair in the back of your head crashed, dude. Some bad shit happens,
Wait a
man.
minute. Wait a minute. When you provoke someone susceptible to your word, say what you're trying to get them to roll superior for NPCs on 10. They don't. I guess you just bad things happen.
On a miss,
Yeah,
they
that's for
overlap,
most of
I
the
think.
masks moves, yeah.
All right.
I
Fuck
mean,
it. I'm making a loud racket. I'm calling these guys fucking retards. Telling them to. He was like, "Come at me, bro," and all that. So, they could have friends with a chair around or something.
No, I think that
Oh man.
they look at you, they turn around, they look at you, and then one guy's like, "Oh, you kid, you picked the wrong motherfucker to mess with." And then the other dude puts his hand on his shoulder. He's like, "No, man, no. You see those tattoos? That's the Summa Verate kid." Like, "Oh man, the one with the big light shows."
Woo.
Yeah, they just dip.
Yeah. Dude, I was thinking something very similar. Director's commentary, I would have been like, oh, my favorite gentleman, why are you insulting us so? I cannot believe this. And then I would have made a
No,
market
the
condition 'cause he
thugs like
felt
take
bad.
off, and like this dude kind of just
Come
like,
on, motherfuckers! Come on! Just
and like
won't even use magic, bitch.
he's like, "Hey, come on, guy, you don't gotta do like that." And like the dude that was getting mugged is just kind of like behind you. He's just kind of like scratching the back of his head the way all casual anime characters do.
Yeah.
And then he
Right.
he picks up a hat off the ground. It's this big wide brim like wizard hat. He's like, I mean, I get into trouble with those guys, once or twice a month. It's best to just let them have the coins. And like out of literally his palms start spewing pennies or whatever.
Oh, shit.
No, I look at him. I toss the pipe and shit. He was like, "I'm sorry, man. I didn't recognize you. Long night." And
Well, nobody would recognize me because I'm nobody. And he sticks his hand out and he says, "Canterbury, what's your name?"
I fucking take the hand, Thacker. Arlen Thacker.
Yeah, you shake it vigorously. And when you pull it away, it comes away in a bloody stump. And he's like, "Oh no! Hey, it was a joke." And his hand is like there.
This guy's being played by Jesse Eisenberg.
This
It was
is
like-
that's what he looked like.
Fair enough, Canterbury. That sounds about right. He was like, he was like, well, I'm talking to him. He was like, you're no longer in danger, and they didn't. He was like, they've gone away. It's like,
I
you know
don't
what?
think there's any danger. It's just, the sunken district plays by its own rules. It's a little rough, but that's what I like about it. I think that maybe you are into something a little rough if you found your way down here.
I just went where my feet took me.
You're right here, did it?
Stranger things.
Mr. Thacker. Which strikes you because it's like the way that Headmaster Nolan always refers to you as. Like, most people are like informal, low-class people in the city, but he's not one of them, even though he lives here. And he's like, well, Mr. Thacker, I believe in fate to a degree. I think you came down here for a reason.
Yeah, I've been a string of bad luck. I want to prove
Yeah,
I could
he like puts his arm around over your shoulder. He's got his like little staff. You actually are not even sure where it came from. And he just starts like walking you down, a little makeshift walkway that's like built onto the side of the buildings. Like there's kind of like scaffolding that goes up on the upper levels of some of these buildings to make like sidewalks. Yeah, and he just starts walking you. And
Yeah,
while you talk to him.
I'm in that daze. He was like, "Why?" He was like, "Yeah." Did you already say his name? His first name? The Canterbury guy.
His name's just Canterbury.
He's
You
like,
ask him what his first name is, just Canterbury.
he's like, "Well, Canterbury, you can do magic. What are you doing in this place? Like, why would you want to live here, man?"
Well, I don't want for much, and really, in the other places of the city, if somebody can do what I can do, it just makes a bunch of trouble. Makes people want stuff from you, makes people want to get, it's bad. It's like greed, right? Magic is like that. You can do anything, alright? But what should you do? Me, personally, I think mostly nothing. But I can understand where other people could be coming from.
Yeah, I can. That makes sense. And so, where are you? He was like, "This isn't some kind of child smuggling ring. Are you gonna?" He's like, "You got two guys with pipes behind the corner or something?" Like, at this
I
point,
know
I'm not
who
expecting
you
him
are,
to-
Harlan Thacker. Aeon. Everybody has seen what you and your friends can do. I think I wouldn't be able to overcome you with a couple of men with pipes. Nor would I desire to. No child smuggling.
I don't know. It felt. Well, let me count off the ways so far. I've been beaten half to death by a man in a tiger mask. A
I
fella.
believe his head is just a tiger's head.
Oh, that's his head? I thought that was a mask. That's unnerving.
How'd the mouth move?
No, it's just I've been beaten 9 ways on Sunday. It was like things jammed into my head. Whatever good thing the last good thing I've done was undone because of said ass beating, and I just got goaded into almost turning into a small son in one of the more posh, nicer parts of town. And
Well, it does sound like a heap of trouble.
you ever just get that feeling that you can't do right no matter how hard you try? It's
Yeah, I did once.
uh,
And then I stopped trying. Laughs, and it's like not a happy laugh.
is that like he's like,
It's just like a sad, like raspy, like a man who's seen some shit.
fair enough, man. No, I mean, it's I suppose when you have it, I mean, I got that urge that I can do good with it if I just get my shit together.
He stops you, and he like turns you towards him, like turns you like counterclockwise towards him, and looks you straight in the eyes. Do you want to be a hero, Harlan Thacker?
He was like, "That's the problem, Canterbury. What does that even mean? I want to help people. I want to do good, but
It's kind of what it sounds like to me.
what if you're no good at it? That's the problem."
Something. I would find people that were good at it, surround myself with them, and get better at it by learning from them. Like you. And he's like your friends, and he turns you around, and you like realize that you're standing in front of the burned out factory.
And I look at him and I look at back.
Mr. Barry is gone when you turn around.
Ooh, that's some hobo on the Polar Express shit.
No, that to me that's about as ideal a magical situation as you could ever have in a story. It's just, he's like, thanks for the talk.
Yeah, and you can hear
into the air and
yeah, you can hear like faint laughter of your friends.
Just I wipe my face, get the shit off my eyes, and try to look less like a fucking hobo in Zedusta. But
Zedusta. Zedusta.
Oh god, that greasy fucking German dude from that show. But,
I like this.
But yeah, I walk in, I look, I don't make any fanfare about it. I just look around the place.
People,
We'll make fanfare for you.
I'm like laughing with Gene about like some stupid in joke about issue 37 of Bulwark, and then we see you come in, and I just like my mouth droops down, and I'm just like, Harlan, and I like run over to you, and I'm just like, I give you like a big embrace hug, and I'm just like, that's first of all, and I give you like the hardest slap you've ever felt across your face, and I say that's second of all. I point right at you, right in your face, and I'm just like, Harlan, all of us saw what happened last night, and you have a goddamn responsibility to make sure your emotions don't get out of control. So I don't want you going off the fucking grid. I don't want you doing all this bullshit. You gotta be real with us. You have a responsibility because that thing is inside you, and if you don't,
and she also brings up the magical concealment, which you are like, I wasn't doing.
Yeah.
And then more, ooh.
Yeah,
but I am telling you how you are. I want your mundane up, your fucking superior down, and stop being such an edgelord.
Fair enough, man. That's I'll roll, and I'll see if I take it, man.
You roll.
No, he's using his influence. It's your choice if you reject it or not.
Yes.
Well, sounds fair.
Alright, shift your mundane up and your superior down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like, no, I'm. It's not that I don't know. It's, I go up to Peggy, and it's just, it's just like, Peggy, you've seen scoreboard. You get, you get a couple of ticks in the win and a couple of ticks in the loss. It was getting to me that I wasn't seeing too many ticks on the win side. And I just needed time to think. And I got over that shit, but I still got no problems. But thank you.
Any problems you have, Harlan, we're gonna help you out. We're a family now. We're the Lodge. Sign your goddamn name on Bulwark's arm.
Yeah, you were aware of
Yes,
it. Gene is just back there leaning up against the armor. He's like, yeah, I feel like you kind of have to now.
Yeah, I might even be provoking you with heroism and morality to sign that bad boy. I will do it. And I have influence over you. Still a miss.
Oh.
Well,
It's just so I can get potential so I can level up again. 'Cause I'm already at 4.
There you go,
Dude,
man.
I might level up 3 times this session if I get 1 more XP.
Jesus Christ.
I would like
Yeah,
to
I'm
get like a
fucking
second
lying.
XP.
You were very fucking thing. You were very stuff.
Yeah.
I just, I remember what Echo told me, and I just, I walk up to Gene. He was like, ask him, still got that list, or can we just have that as a informal? He was like,
No, he
We just
pulls
say
it
this.
out of a compartment in the bulwark armor, and he's like, oh no. Got it right here.
I nod to him, and it's just, I sign my name and make a little crazy tiny star thing at the end of it, and that's that. He was like, so, want to go see if there's anyone that'll sell liquor to minors?
Yes, I do.
I think we've earned that after stopping a star from exploding, and you presumably talking down a supervillain.
I turned to Jean and I say, Jean, do you think they'd ID Bulwark?
There's only one way to find out.
This is me also subtly dropping to Harlan that Jean is Bulwark.
No, I mean, I think he's picking up
I can
what's
guess.
being put down.
Echo. That's what Echo said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know that you knew that though. So I was
didn't
like,
know. In thing, I kept thinking that dude, that tiger dude, that was just a fucking luchador mask.
Yeah, for
No,
posterity, right?
Look at the character card for it. It's definitely a tiger man.
Yeah.
Wicked Alondra.
Or a panther man, more.
Some. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, evil dark witch with giant titties. That's cool. All right.
Yeah, I was basically like, do you think they'd ID Bulwark? And I thought like it was gonna blow Harlan's socks off, and I basically like raised my eyebrows and did like the smile thing at him, and he's just like, maybe, perhaps. And I'm just like, oh.
I was like, yeah, no, I just thought that was a really good mask.
He's still on Capel. You're like,
No, it's like we literally fought a dude with the tiger fur head. That's with the tiger head. I just like he's going. I mean, dude, technically I'm at superior -1. I'm not exactly
well, sure, but I mean, either way, it's just like he's like, I guess we can try to see if that. It's gonna be weird though.
Hello, citizen. I would like to purchase 3 bottles of vodka.
Your highest proof alcoholic beverages.
That's it. This universe's equivalent of 3 like little kids going in a trench coat.
But, the thing
Hello, alcohol salesman.
But yeah, like as a thing though, I want to talk to each one of you guys. It's just, I suppose when this thing.
I think that this is later. I think he actually just sends the suit out. And he does it.
Sweet. So we're like all semi buzzed in the place.
He doesn't get 3 bottles though. He's like, you don't need 3 bottles, Peggy. I've never seen you drink in my life.
Echo doesn't get buzzed, but she kind of.
To be fair, you don't know how much I need. You've never seen me drink either.
If you need 3 bottles, I don't want to see.
If you need 3 bottles, give us your dough, huh, Miss Megabucks?
Oh yeah.
From all those movies, eh? Just silence.
I've paid for an entire like hideout for all of you. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, we're all still eating ramen noodles in our bedrooms, so
That's your choice.
Alright. No, just while I'm semi-smashed and going to each of them, let me just.
I feel like Harlan can now get on that celebration as well.
It's like, let me just make
and it sounds
this.
like you might be sharing a vulnerability right now.
It's like, let's just make this a clear for anyone around here, in case what happened happens again. He was like, I bring up the Zadusta and show the arms. He was like the eyes and shit. He was like, I put him. He was like, these are not to help me. He was like, they're to keep me from getting like I did. You want to, like, he's constantly tapping the tattoos on his arm. He was like, you want to help stop it. You gotta have stuff. You gotta have pictures of eyes and things.
They did. They had rats, many.
Well, it's like Gene might know, and
okay, he's
Shimmer
revealing it to them.
But generally, if you can use the next thing, just magic. If you can get a guy who knows magic, they can probably.
But that's you. That you're our guy that knows. I mean, I know some. Look, I can make memory crystals and stuff, but that's
I'm
real.
Talking. It was like Gene. I'm talking to pro.
I'm like,
who knows the books, who knows the spells.
I'm like Harlan.
Who knows the counter spells.
Harlan, I don't know a lot about wizards, but can you like make a spell scroll that we could use?
Or like, who would you want us to go to?
Figure last option, you'd find the headmaster that runs my school, Nolan. He can probably get you a couple of names of people he trusts that would be able to stop me.
Well, if you're going supernova and you said him, that's probably who I'm going to ask to stop you. That's my idea, anyway. He has helped us
Yeah.
before.
It's a headmaster, so
He
would
might-
know how
he
to
was
handle
like-
students.
He's the one who he found the eyes that would bind this, so that for me, before this, a little flick of the wrist could make something break. A little, it was like a wink of the eye or something like that. I yelled hard enough. I felt sad enough, and things would topple. Things would catch fire. Water would go upwards, and it was like, and strange animals would just start appearing out of nowhere. It was not, he's a sad drunk at this moment, but it's just, he knew how to limit me. He ought to know how to stop me.
Sure. So you're sharing this vulnerability with who?
All of you, I guess.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yep.
So, So that
But then
implies Shimmer and Jean now have influence over me, in addition to the rest.
Yeah.
And now,
clear condition, and like collectively, you guys can shift to label, since some of you did
Okay.
have influence.
so shift it however you want. I am top shelf freak.
I think you're making yourself more. I think your savior complex is a little bit higher because you're telling us how to stop you and defend people, right? So maybe savior up, freak down.
You agree with that? Oh,
Alright.
yeah, actually, yes, that works.
So
yeah, savior
you-
up, freak down.
so that
And-
vulnerability has been laid forth. You may clear another condition.
And there's that, and I got it. It was like, I go up to Peggy and just, or, oh God, I forgot Peggy's name.
Vermin.
Vermin. I go up to Vermin. If we're sitting, I go down and just, sit next to her, and I just Peggy, Michelle, you were there. You were the first one to try to stop me. Things like that. I gotta ask. Were you afraid of me? Of what I can do now?
I look at you and I'm just like, I've never seen anything like that in my life before. Before all that stuff went down, Insectoid told me that you were dangerous and that's why he was attacking you. And I saw it, so yeah, I was more afraid than I've ever been.
Alright. If that's the case, shift Savior down and Danger up.
Unfortunate as it is, it's just such the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
No, that's just how it is, And like, I nod to her, and it's just, I'm gonna try to not. I'm gonna try to not make that a thing. And just, he stands up and just goes and chills with everyone else or in the general area, and
And you know
So
that
you-
I think that the way you make that not happen is to stay open with us so that you do not have your emotions take you over.
Yep.
Alright. And that might be a good place.
Yeah, except for one more thing.
Oh.
Ooh.
You guys are a little drunk. You guys are telling your stories. You guys are, everybody's feeling good. And like a shadow man, into the like light. I just imagine you guys have kind of got this lamp. It's not very well lit in here, but you guys have got this like lamp so that you're sitting by a fire, around a fire, kind of lit up,
Yeah.
and just like zipping into the firelight like a shadow man with the is fucking Grey Jay, and he's dressed like them. And he's only got one arm. He's bleeding profusely.
Oh!
He's like, help! And he just collapses into all of like the middle of you guys.
Holy shit. And I'm assuming that's where we cut it.
Yeah.
God damn it!
Alright, well, Jesus Christ.
Dun dun dun.
Jesus Christ!
Well, good thing we have a mechanic who can make him a robot arm in the future. He can be punished Grey Jay.
I play a guy who knows magic, so.
Yo, I mean, like, that's fine, right? As long as the character's not dead, there's possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
So,
Grey Jay, I mean, he went Raphael, right? He infiltrated the Shadow Man. He apparently did not go him, but he also can shadow jump now, which is weird. So
we
yeah,
are going to make
He's
him
no
like
longer the
a
powerless
Safari.
sorry, what? Oh yeah, Safari does have a mechanical arm. I have not really delved into how or why.
He's a Talbicus in disguise.
So yeah, that's a good place there to stop it.
Alright, sweet. Let's do our end of session stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, starting with Peggy Milton,
I've definitely grown closer to the team. And I
and who
think
made
that,
you feel welcome.
Man, if it weren't for that, even if I was giving her infinite shit, if it weren't for the Mega Movie bucks, we wouldn't have cleaned up our new home base in the montage.
Okay,
So Shimmer, go ahead and gain influence over me.
Well, I think I have influence over all of you now, and none of you have influence on me.
Yeah, that means you should lead the party so that we can get the bonus when we go to bed.
Ah.
She is so
You're-
thrilled to
and
lead the
you're-
party. You have no
and you're
idea.
very superior. Like, yeah, you should. I mean, yeah, you should start telling them what to do more.
And then I
Be
get to
bossy.
either clear a condition or mark potential, and I don't have any conditions, so I will level up for the third time this session.
I got one potential this whole session. God damn it!
Sorry.
Fail more, motherfucker.
I think I rolled 3 times. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a first session, and we're starting to incorporate you into more of the stuff. Right now, you guys have
Yeah.
a base. You guys will be like in a lot more scenes together going forward. So
Oh, show.
Yeah, it was a
Alright.
lot of very like one-on-one scenes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't like it either.
It was an introspective one.
Lawrence,
Yeah, man.
how does Aeon feel?
Let's give it some closer to the team.
Mhm.
What do you call it? I'm gonna say
Now
Echo.
a part of his own harem anime.
That is really fucking surreal now that I think about it. Okay, yeah. But, Echo talked me down from all the horrible stuff. It was, fought through all that stuff, and fought through all the shit and horror and energy beams and stuff, and
Yeah.
got me, reared the fuck up. I mean,
Okay, grow closer to Echo. Echo, you get influence. If you have it already, you shift the labels, and then he gets to do the marking or clearing or whatever.
Right. So
That's a good question.
I'm
Should
gonna
I
have
get-
to shift labels. What are your labels at? Leon?
wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute, do you?
Just do it. I mean, I don't think he has anything at 3 now.
Nothing's at 3.
All right. So
Yeah, so you won't be dealing with condition by accident.
the thing is that
What do you want to see more from him? You know.
I think that seeing him in danger through the mirror and being able to save him was like a thing that kept me back from the brink. So I think his savior should go up for that.
Ooh. Okay, so what do you want to see him shifted to because of that idea?
I think his freak would go down. So savior up, freak down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, they are ruining your chance to be like, they're keeping you from your Nova-ness, you know? It's like that's why there's gonna have to be, and there will be another character come along who's gonna, or even to the point where, right, I actually used both sides of the hook on you. Was it Insectoid that was the hook? But anyway, it was somebody that was provoking you to be dangerous, and
Yeah,
then the
it
other
was-
person.
It was when he was yelling at him like, "This is why you're a freak, man. This is why I gotta take you out, cause you're fucking dangerous." Dude.
No. You want him to be they want him to up the freak, which is already at 3.
But it was gonna be a different purse. But you were a danger versus mundane, and I got to use Canterbury. Bang.
Yeah.
Canterbury is awesome.
No, that's a great fucking wizard name. I'll give that to you, man.
Echo shift your freak down because she saw you as like a normal person. That by helping you and by being part of, helping somebody, she felt more normal, rather than what the witch was telling her at the moment.
I have 2 conditions now out of the. So.
Yeah, we're getting back to basics. All right, and Chloe.
I think that Shimmer kind of grew into her own image of herself. No one really specifically did anything with Shimmer.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were at the comic shop, and you conversed with them about getting someplace that was different, right? You didn't.
That was more of an everyone thing, though. Everyone except Aeon.
Well, nobody else, I don't think, was going to say, let's actually do something about it, except for Peggy. How do you feel, though? Do the shift.
I feel like it's the... Alright, I'm going freak down, danger up, because... I don't know, it's...
You want to get more violent? You want to be more dangerous?
Yeah, I think that's what she feels like is required. She horribly fucked up against Insectoid, and
you didn't think he'd pull the trigger, but he did.
Yeah, that was what a prick. She's still gonna be pissed about that forever.
Yeah.
Or until I blow him up.
You'd be pissed, but our little Peggy has grown up, and I will be employing the first adult move we've seen in these games. I've taken empathize.
Right on, and then that will be finally Echo.
Right, so definitively this is growing closer to the team.
Yes, we have grown into your base.
Yeah, so this is clearly growing closer to the team. The one I would give influence to, and I don't remember exactly which one it is, so help me out here, guys. Who was the first person to agree to go to the base?
What do you mean?
Because she's choosing who showed her whatever, right? The person who made her feel welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, so who decided to go there? I think it was I think you suggested it, and then it was probably Shimmer. Yeah, dude.
All right. So
well, she at least said better than here.
Shimmer was very, we need a base, and as the first thing that someone suggested, she jumped on.
Right. So it would be Shimmer. So Shimmer has influence over Mino.
Okay.
And instead of clearing a condition, I'm going to mark potential.
Alrighty. That's all the peoples.
Alright. See y'all next week. Had fun.
Have a good Tuesday.
And I'll see most of you on Tuesday.
Yep.
Alright.
Thanks for joining the game.
Yep, it was fun. Hope
we will get much more. There will be much more when I have a Shimmer-based prep.
Yeah. Like you saw with JAD, I didn't really have a lot, so he was kind of just a sore thumb, but now he is incorporated.
Yeah.
It will be good.
But even without the prep, it is kind of there is a lot of leeway to get things happening for your character, because there's not a lot that we are able to incorporate from my backstory, but I still have been able to do a lot. Yeah.
You're still, I mean, I've learned from your character, and there's the things that you have are better than, and like I said, you guys, the web is so thick.
Yeah, but I have been able to do a lot in this game and in the previous game. So regardless of hooks or not, it's like, once you find ways for your character to be in these things and to handle the hooks and so on. It's like whether the hooks are there for you specifically or not, you can have a very large part to play in this.
Sure. I mean, I for another thing that makes it really easy for the Doomed, right? I just look at my MC moves for the Doomed, and there you go.
Yeah.
The extra playbooks don't have any to go off of, so I kind of have to a little bit harder for the moment. I mean, it's not, none of it's a big deal, and we'll just like. You guys, your characters were kind of distant at the beginning of this session. Now you guys all share a base of operations, right? You guys are a superhero team that has formed and has a base of operations, so you guys will have a lot more interaction and stuff going on.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah, fair enough.
It'll be good. I really like how the session I took the adult move empathize is the one where I finally I'm like, yeah, you know what, man, every mask kind of has their own agenda and stuff. So I think it makes a lot of sense that I took that one.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I can see where Insectoid's coming from. I can see where like all my compatriots are coming from. I can see where like people like Cassidy Gillen are coming from. Yeah, I got a lot of Fermi's got a lot of perspectives she can look at things from. Very cool.
I only gotta
Because
look at.
she is the Janus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
I
isn't
think that specifically helps for that.
No, it's just isn't there a comic book thing about a guy about like an insect gadget based dude who like gets out of the game and becomes mayor of like a city?
Yeah.
It's actually called
What?
Ex Machina, but
I'm probably going to next session become a paragon of the city, so I should start making.
Oh,
notes
wow.
for that.
That'd be weird.
It will be, but I do have stuff for it already. I will message you a brief few sentences about what I'm thinking already, because it's cool. I'll just PM you later. I don't feel like being a sneaky boy in the fucking call. You know, I could probably even just like be out with it. I don't give a fuck. So my idea, right,
You
is
got
that
many advances to choose Paragon. Damn.
my idea, right, is that Jean is right in that people need a symbol like Bulwark to latch onto as like the definitive good. But A, Bulwark's an ancient symbol, and B, probably is going to be found out. So they need some incorruptible figure like that to be also a Daybreaker. And so Vermin wants to kind of become that public figure that people can latch onto.
Yeah.
So when I level up and take the Paragon move, I'll probably just be like, I have the friendship of Abigail Trench. I'll probably be knighted or something, and then be Lady Vermin and be a Paragon of the city that is outward with her identity.
Or
and
maybe
advocates for
the
masks.
deal is, right, like Bulwark / Gene hires as Bulwark,
Yeah, and then I'm the
publicly, you know, espousing you as the new protector of Brightstone.
Yeah,
and
that makes a lot of
he
sense.
then becomes some other hero that is him,
And
his
then I
own
become-
identity.
And then I become Lady Vermin, and then I look like that. And it will be cool.
He sent that just to me.
I gotta have it as a surprise for my compatriots, because
Cool.
it's a cool
But
costume.
you have, it's like, I don't know, there are some hints of Princess Allura in there.
Yeah,